Hello and welcome to the JB&M Sports Fanatic channel. What's good with you? So here we go, more college football. We've got college football here on a Sunday, and hey, moving forward on Sundays, it'll belong to the NFL. But today, we've got a good one. Two teams in the top 25. We've got LSU, we've got Florida State, and so second year in a row, they'll be playing each other here. So let's see how this one plays off. And so, Lewis, what's good with you? We got Lewis here, says back for more football. We've got Braden, and so Braden, what's good with you? Did you change your profile picture? All right, so here we go. Shotgun formation here for the LSU Tigers as they get the football here first. Ranked number 5 to start off the year. 3 receivers at the bottom of the screen. 1 goes in motion. Play fake to the back. Quarterback's going to throw it to the back, and oh my goodness, he's got nothing but space. He's still running, stumbling all the way to the 20-yard line. LSU wasting no time to get this party started. Again, that's Daniels there, quarterbacking once again for LSU this season. And man, what a good first play. I mean, if you come out the gate right like that, look out. Look out. Lewis said took one to the chin yesterday. And so, man, I mean, who could have predicted it was going to be like that, Lewis? Who could have predicted that? But I told you, I told you that there was a chance that they could win, and they did. All right, throws to the back, stiff arm somebody, runs into another person, takes to the 5-yard line. So already this LSU train, it is moving. Braden says huge play to start. Lewis says today rolling with the over 56. Lewis says he has learned about the under. He's going to ride the over in this one. So he's loving the start to this game. First and goal. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. LSU with the football, shotgun formation, take the snap, hands to the back, off the left guard, fighting forward, picks up a yard on the play, but that Florida State defense stuffs it. Second and goal coming up. Again, opening drive here of the game. Couple substitutions being made here. And LSU wants to punch this into the end zone. That's how you start off a game here. Let's see if they can successfully accomplish that. All right, here we go. Second and goal. Receiver goes in motion. Takes a snap. Quarterback's going to keep it. And he's going to pick up maybe half a yard on the play before he's eventually knocked to the ground. Third and goal coming up. So this Florida State defense here, they're trying to shut it down. Braden says, yep, you did another, let's see, PFP of Jordan Love. And so, okay. Lewis says, those two don't play D. I think you learned that the hard way. All right, well, we got a penalty here. All right, so this took place after the play here, personal foul here, and that's absolutely not what you want to do in a big game like this. You do not want to make mental mistakes, especially your defense is already back against the wall here. You do not want to make any mental mistakes out there. It's just called playing smart, guys. Like, you just got to go out there and play smart sometimes. All right, meantime, first and goal, shotgun formation here for the LSU Tigers on the opening drive. They hand to the back, and the back, he is stopped. This Florida State defense here near the goal line, they're trying to shut it down. But they'll have to do it a couple more plays thanks to that previous penalty. But if they think they're just going to run it in, Florida State has other things in mind. Again, both of these teams starting off the season here ranked in the top 10. All right, here we go. Second and goal. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Making adjustments here. About 5 seconds right now on the play clock. Spreading his receiver out. Takes a snap. Throws it. And that's going to be incomplete. Hit the DB in the back. All right, we got third down coming up here. All right, so we got third and goal coming up. Daniel's making adjustments here on the line. He's got 3 receivers at the top of the screen here. LSU's looking for it. Throws it. Back of the end zone. Is it a catch? No, they say incomplete. They say incomplete. I'd like to see a replay on that one. I thought he caught it on my first initial glance at it, but let's see the replay. Okay. That foot was on the line there. Okay. Excellent call there by the official. Like already before he touched the ball, that foot's already on the line. So that's out of bounds. Okay. So now we got 4th down coming up here. And so Daniels, I'm pretty sure he'll try to run it himself here, but let's see if that's the case. Receiver goes in motion. They need 2 yards. 3 seconds right now. All right, we're going to get a timeout call here. This is such a big play here. We're going to get a timeout. And Lewis is not like what he's seeing right now. He's not liking what he's seeing. He says, we need offensive scores. We need it now. Lewis is like, we need offense and we need it now. And again, right now we're currently at commercial here. 2 votes in, 1 for Florida State, 1 for LSU. Braden says good defense by Florida State. And so, yes, I mean, at first they were getting gashed, but that bend but don't break defense looking as strong as ever here. If it wasn't for that penalty that they had, this drive would have already stalled out. Again, so far, LSU 7 plays, 74 yards, over 3 minutes in terms of time of possession here, but they're going to be faced with a 4th down here. A critical one, because you let Florida State defense get a stop here, who knows how that's going to give them momentum the rest of the way. So you're going to want to definitely make that stop there. Lewis is like, forget defense. And again, we're still right now at the commercial. Let's see, Braden says, are you concerned about Ohio State? And so I'm not going to say concerned. I mean, did I like the performance that we had? No. But on a positive note, the defense did look good. So that's good. If the defense can have games where they can win it, the offense, I feel like as the season goes on, they'll start to build chemistry as Kyle, continues to build confidence in himself. Let's just put it this way. I'm glad that the more important games are a little bit later on in the schedule so that way we can get that momentum there. But it could just be like last year when we played against Northwestern. It could just be one of those games where it just didn't click, but we'll have some stuff to improve upon. So I'm not concerned. Not concerned yet. And so let's see. Lewis says, go Dogs. And Kenneth, what's good? Kenneth says, hey, JB, how are you doing tonight? And that you're doing good tonight. I am great and happy about the fact that, hey, tomorrow's a holiday, so I get tomorrow off as well. So I am excited about that. And nothing like watching 2 teams in the top 10. Speaking of which, Daniel on the move. And, man, he was brought down by the sack. That Florida State defense got to him and got the stop. Wow. So what started off as LSU blazing down the fields, and just as quickly as this drive got started, it came to an end without any points, and that is something that's going to hurt you. Sometimes you line up and you take the 3 points. Sometimes it's what you do. But, I mean, the entire right side of the offensive line, they just whiffed. Braden said, what a stop by Florida State. Braden's fired up now. So excellent job there by the Florida State defense to recover on that drive. Now we're going to see the Florida State offense for the first time so far in this game. Quarterback takes a snap, takes it to the back, throws it. It's completed. Shakes off one guy, still on his feet, still running. Takes on the contact, brought down at about the 19-yard line. And that is Bell with the catch. Second down coming up. Jordan Travis and the Florida State offense here. Last season, 24 touchdowns and 5 interceptions, and also 7 rushing touchdowns as well, in addition to 64% completion and over 3,200 yards last season. And he's looking to build upon those numbers this year here with another year in the system. 2nd and 5. Takes the snap out of the shotgun. Travis throws it on the run. Incomplete. Incomplete. 3rd down coming up. 3rd and 5. So 3rd and 5 here, and being able to convert on 3rd down to keep the drive moving here. Let's see if they'll be able to convert that. If they will, it's going to come down to that offensive line giving him some time. LSU's got some big boys up front, so got to be able to give him some time. All right, shotgun formation here from their own 19-yard line. Receiver goes in motion. Takes the snap. Travis goes over the middle, and that's going to be completed. Excellent job there. Excellent catch. Big time play. Let's see, Mike, what's good with you? Mike says, listening, JB, bet. Braden says, laser by Travis and great catch by Wilson. And so, yes, excellent job. I thought that pass was a little low there, so I thought it might have been incomplete, but excellent job just getting his hands up under it and securing the catch. So now from their own 31-yard line, quarterback's up under center here. Receiver goes in motion. 2 receivers, 2 tight ends, 1 back in the backfield. Going to give it to the back in the back. Takes on the defender off the right guard, and he's going to pick up a yard on the carry. It's going to make it 2nd down coming up here. 2nd and 9 coming up. All right, so Florida State hurrying back up to the line here. Going to go shotgun formation 5 wide to try to spread LSU's defense out. Now look out for Travis. He can run now. All right, still making adjustments here again from their own 33-yard line. 8 seconds here on the play clock. Takes the snap. Throws it. Gets the completion again. Excellent job, and another 1st down here for the Florida State offense. That's a 13-yard completion to Johnny on the spot, Wilson, to the Florida State 46-yard line. Let's see. Braden says, you see Jackson State lost. And so, oh, man, who did they lose to? Let's see. Mike says, shout out any NFL prospects in this game. And so, bet. Bootlegging. Looking. Travis throws it. Oh, it's incomplete. There is a penalty, though. There is a penalty, though. All right, so let's see what they call here for the penalty there. All right, so they're going to call pass interference there on the offense there. That's going to back them up there. Florida State coach not too happy about that. They call it on Wilson there. So now the offense, after the offensive pass interference there, Florida State's going to be looking at 1st and 25 here in the 1st quarter with 9 minutes, 18 seconds to go. Let's see, Braden says Florida A&M. And so, okay, bet. All right, here we go. 2 receivers at the top of the screen. Takes the snap, hands it to the back. And the back, look at him rumble off the left side, keeps his balance there and takes it to about the 44-yard line there for Florida State. Nice run on that carry. They're hurrying up to the line here. 2nd and 14, under 9 minutes to go in the 1st quarter. So right now, LSU showing command. Despite the penalties and mistakes, they are moving the ball. Takes the snap from his own 43 in the shotgun. He's on the move. He might be looking to run, but he throws it on the run, and oh, that's going to be incomplete. I like the throw there. Just gotta make that tough catch there. Incomplete. 3rd down and 14 coming up for the Florida State offense. 3rd and 14 from their own 43-yard line. Travis has got to find a way if he's going to be able to convert here. And he's done a pretty good job there, particularly when he throws it over the middle there to Wilson. He seems to have a connection with Wilson. So we'll see if he looks for a number 14, Wilson from Florida State, in this upcoming 3rd and 14. All right, here we go. 3rd and 14. 5 seconds here on the play clock. Shotgun formation. Gets the snap. Has to move, feeling the pressure, moving around, throws it, gets the completion. He should be able to get the 1st down, and he does. Still on his feet here, brings it all the way to the 40-yard line of LSU. And once again, it is Wilson with the catch. I said he might be looking for Wilson. And Braden says Johnny on the spot. Wilson with 3 catches already. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, when in doubt, just call Johnny's number. He's got 3 catches for 42 yards here today, but we're going to go 5 wide again here for Florida State. Again, we know how powerful that LSU D-line is, so spreading them out, not a bad idea. When he throws it to someone different this time, and he's running. He's going to take it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown. Look at that. And that is, let's see, who made that catch there? That is Coleman, actually. Okay, so Coleman with the catch this time. So Florida State getting it done through the air. LSU secondary looking a little soft back there. For a school that likes to consider themselves DB University, that is not what you want. Right? It says Keon Coleman, huge touchdown. Absolutely. Big time 40-yard receiving touchdown by Keon Coleman. And now Florida State's lining up for the extra point. Again, this is their first offensive drive. 9 plays, 86 yards, and 4 minutes in terms of time possession off the clock. Both teams moved the ball. The difference is Florida State came away with points in the form of a touchdown, while LSU was left with nothing. And so I see the votes coming in here. So Florida State, I mean, the fans love that one right there. We've got 4 votes now for Florida State, 1 for LSU. Keep the votes coming in. Yeah, keep the votes coming in. As right now we're going to hit the commercial here. As Florida State got the first touchdown of the game. Lewis loves it. Lewis says touchdown. He loves it. That's what he signed up for. This is what he signed up for. Absolutely. But yes, what an exciting thing here. We'll see how things look. And so in the zone, what's good with you? How are you doing? How are you doing? You said watching your future quarterback? Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. And so you're ready to punt on my man Kirk Cousins already, I see. I see that, but that's what's up. I believe Kirk Cousins you got as your fantasy quarterback, so I know that you're hoping that he goes out there and balls out. And so Niner Gang, what's good with you? So Niner Gang is going for the Seminoles in this one. Okay, that's what's up. How are you doing? And again, we are currently at the commercial here. And again, both of these quarterbacks came out firing that ball on both of their respective opening drives out there. I mean, Daniels, he was 2 for 4 for 70 yards out there passing, while Travis, 5 of 7 for 87 yards passing. The difference was, hey, Florida State found a way to get into the end zone there, obviously did a big play, but when faced at the goal line, that Florida State goal line defense ramped it up a whole bunch at that goal line there, in which LSU was not able to score. And those are plays that you have to make. You know, especially in the SEC, you know there's going to be some times in a big game where you're just got to muscle your way through there. You just got to find a way. Let's see, Braden says Washington looked really good yesterday and North Carolina's defense surprised me. Right after JB went out there and talked about how terrible that North Carolina defense was last season, I look up and I see North Carolina defense getting after it. I mean, getting after it. And so Yeah, shout out to them. Shout out to them. I mean, I hope that I inspired them with the way that I pointed out last year's difficulties. Let's see. Niner Gang says, can't complain. Hope everything is doing well. Everything is doing pretty good with me. I'm happy. There's nothing like getting the extra day to the weekend, so I'm happy. I'm happy. And so we got Trav here. And so, Travis, what's good with you? What's good with you? How are you doing? How are you doing? And how are you feeling about the forecast of your fantasy team this upcoming season? All right, so we're going to get ready to get back to the game. And again, both teams had possessions of the football. They both moved the ball. Difference was Florida State came away with points. LSU was left dry with nothing. But we'll see if LSU this time out can finish the job this time and get into the end zone. And so we got Carmichael. What's good with you, Carmichael? Carmichael says, hello, JB. How are you doing? I am doing great. Appreciate you asking. How about yourself? Meanwhile, kickoff on the way. No return by LSU, so they'll take over from their own 25-yard line. Graydon says Spencer Rattler didn't even play bad. And so, yeah, he didn't play bad. It's just I was very impressed by North Carolina because my impression of North Carolina last year was that Drake carried that team through some games that they probably should not had actually, won, or either you just had to win a couple of shootouts. But this year's team looks a lot more complete off that one game. That was a big-time win for them. So I did like what I've seen from North Carolina getting the win and how they got the win. Against a team in South Carolina, I do expect to be a good team. All right, so LSU with the football from their own 25-yard line. Tight end goes in motion, 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Quarterback on the move. Daniels looking for somewhere to run. High step somebody, moves out the way, and finds a way to fall forward for about 2, maybe 3 yards on the play, turning a negative play into a positive play. Very important, especially when you're going against top 10 talent out there. You got to be able to find a way to turn those plays into positive plays. But LSU's already lined up here, 5 wide. Daniels throws it, gets the completion, and he gets the first down. And that's Thomas with the reception. So again, moving the chains here. First quarter, 7 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in the first. I see Carmichael says he's doing pretty good. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, 3 receivers at the bottom of the screen. Tight end at the top of the formation goes in motion here. And we've got the shotgun. They're going to hand it to the back, and the back fighting forward there, gets back to the line of scrimmage there, but that play didn't have much of a chance for that Florida State defensive line. They were ready for it. They were ready for it. 2nd and 10. 6 minutes and 35 seconds left to go here in the first quarter of play. All right, 2nd and 10 out of the shotgun. Ball at their own 36-yard line. Receiver goes in motion. They're going to hand it to the back again, and he's going to pick up about 2 yards on the play. That's going to bring up 3rd down. All right, so the 3rd down here in the first quarter. Florida State winning this one 7-0 so far. And so you don't want to get the ball back to Florida State right now without you scoring here, especially how they looked last time out there. So this is important right here for LSU. You got to be able to convert here on these 3rd and 7s, 3rd and 5. These are plays you got to be able to make. All right, so Daniels in the shotgun. His back goes in motion. They've now got 4 players here towards the bottom of the screen. Takes the snap, throws it, has a guy one-on-one, beats his guy, gets the first down, and he's going to be brought down, but not before he gets into Florida State territory at their 49-yard line. Carmichael says you've been going back and playing the older 2K, like you started today playing 2K23. Okay, and then on 2K21 and not much older. Okay, nice. Sometimes I like to pull out the classic games myself there. It just depends on, what I'm looking for at that day. So I understand that. All right, shotgun here, 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Receiver goes in motion, takes the snap, looking. Daniels is going to run. Look at him go. Takes it all the way to the 33-yard line. Now, last year, Daniels, he was very effective on the ground as well. And so I expect that, especially as this game continues to go on, if Daniels sees some space, he's going to take off and make those plays. Let's see in the zone sets. What do you think about Sanders yesterday? He went crazy. Hey, he lit it up. He lit it up. I mean, anytime you go out there, you tell me you're going to throw 500 yards and you're going to throw 4 touchdowns, no turnovers. No turnovers. And the passes he made showed tremendous poise as well. So absolutely extremely impressive. Extremely impressive. Especially in that conference too. He's going to have so many opportunities there against some defenses that, quite frankly, they don't enjoy playing defense over there. So he's going to be able to light it up there. Light it up. But I love what I seen there yesterday there. And we're going to see a couple more performances. Maybe not to that level there. You know, that's a lot to ask. But you'll see some similar performances moving forward. I bet you that. I bet you that. But yes, extremely impressive. Blew my mind because I did not anticipate it to be like that. Like, I knew they were going to do good, but I didn't think they were going to do that good. All right, LSU passes the ball here, gets the first down. He's still on his feet here, and he takes it all the way to the half-yard line. So just missed getting into the end zone there on that pass to Lacey. And that time, you look at the replay there, first thing first, you got to shake off the tackle. Second thing, he kept his balance to where his heel never touched the white line out of bounds. And then from there, he took it. Now, this is going to be a touchdown up the middle. And so that time, they just handed off to the back and said, hey, do what you do. Trey Bradford with the 1-yard rushing touchdown. Let's see, Braden says huge play. Right now, we've got 9 votes in here in the poll. Hey, I like to see when the poll sometimes going back and forth. Lewis is happy about this. He says touchdown. Again, 9 plays, 75 yards, over 4 minutes in terms of time possession off the clock. And so we've got an LSU touchdown, and now they're about to try the extra point to see if we can go ahead and tie this game up here in the first quarter with 3 minutes and 48 seconds to go. We like offense here, right? We like offense. I mean, don't get me wrong. Sometimes I'm like Lewis, and I want to see a good defensive game, but we like offense. And so, Phoenix, what's good with you? Phoenix says, what up, JB Nation? How are you? Extra point is good, so we are all tied up 7-7 here. 2 teams in the top 25 here. We've got one representing the SEC, one representing the ACC. And, hey, for these 2 teams here, you talk about when they look at your non-conference schedule, they're going to look at this matchup even at the end of the year here, and this could be the thing that pushes you and elevates you into a college football discussion towards the end of the year. So you gotta win a game like this. I know it's early in the season, and most of the games that determine stuff will be later, but this is one you certainly want to have in your back pocket right now for sure. Let's see. Carmichael says, let's go LSU. So he's rooting LSU. Braden's happy about that. I feel like, Braden, you're rooting for both teams right now. You're just happy to see the game, I feel like. Phoenix says, let's go LSU. Okay. I know LSU faithful that they travel out there. I know that for a fact. Florida State does as well. But again, we're currently right now at the commercial. Again, still here in the first quarter with about 3 minutes and 48 seconds to go here in the first. But I am loving everything that I'm seeing. All right, let's take a quick look right now at the stats while we have a moment here. So far in the game for LSU, Jaden Daniels off of 2 drives so far, 5 of 8 for 125 yards passing. For Florida State, Jordan Travis, 5 of 7 for 87 yards passing and a touchdown. Now on the ground, Florida State as a team, 2 carries for 14 yards. Trey Benson's responsible for about 12 of those yards there. And then for LSU as a team, they've got 9 carries for 9 yards. Let's see, Braden says, yep, exactly, JB, you want a good game. And so Braden says he just wants a good game. It doesn't matter to him who wins. He just wants to see a good game. And I feel you, because I feel like I share that same stance right there in terms of just wanting to see a good game. and stuff like that. So I'm excited. I'm excited. And again, first quarter, 3 minutes and 48 seconds to go. When we come back here, Florida State will have the ball offensively for just their second drive of the game. So we'll see if they can continue where they left off last time and pick up some more points. But this is certainly going to be the kind of game where you've got to make sure that you get a chance to score a touchdown, you score a touchdown. You know, the difference between 7 and 3, the difference between, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 8, converting those and stuff like that, and making sure that you don't be the team that has to punt one time too many, and protecting the ball. Protecting the ball as well, that's going to be so critical because in a game this big, every turnover provides so much momentum for the other team. You got to protect the rock. That's something you're going to have to do. Let's see. Carmichael says you want Florida to lose. You don't know why. you at least you're honest. You said you don't even know why yet. You want to see Florida State lose. You just want to see them lose. And so, okay. But again, still right now, currently at the commercial here. All right, so LSU is getting lined up here for the kickoff. All right, and again, LSU coached by Brian Kelly, the former Notre Dame head coach. Looking for this year to be the year in which he successfully bring it home ultimately. He has brought Notre Dame to college football playoffs before. He's thinking championships, what he's got in mind. Meanwhile, for Florida State, they'll take it from their own 25-yard line. Carmichael says, you wish Alabama would just get blown out 70-0. Carmichael, if that were to happen, I know you would not give any Bama fan any type of rest if that were to happen. All right, so here we go here. Florida State with the football from their own 25-yard line. They're going to line up in the shotgun formation. 8 seconds on the play clock. Tight end goes in motion. They snap it, fakes it to the back, quick pass to the receiver, and the receiver, he just dropped the ball on that one. Wilson. He was looking for his guy again. Let's see, Phoenix says you push the like button. I appreciate that, Phoenix. Always coming through and pressing the like button. I appreciate that, my guy. Thank you so much. All right, 2nd and 10 coming up. And Wilson, he knows that's a catch that he's got to make. I mean, the ball was there. Excellent job by the quarterback just getting the ball there. 2nd and 10 coming up. Receiver goes in motion. They snap it, fakes it to the back. Travis on the move. Throws it, gets it to the back. And he's going to get slung down about 2 yards shy of that first down marker, 2-3 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd and short here. And as you notice quite a few times here, what they do for Travis is they'll put him on the move here. And so when he's on the move, his guys do a great job of just finding the holes there on the defense so that way he can find them. They look very comfortable in this offense so far. But here we go, 3rd and 3. Got to convert these from his own 32-yard line. This time, he's going to keep it himself here. He tried to get it there, but he's going to be a yard shy. Oh, man, I just wish that was more so 3rd and 2 that you do something like that as opposed to 3rd and 3 there, but I get the call there. Now, he wants to go for it. Travis wants to go for it. Let's see if they will roll the dice here. It's 4th and 1 from their own 34-yard line, and so I say that you got to punt the ball. You're just too close to your own 34, honestly. Braden says stop. Leslie Carmichael says Kenny Pickett retired into 34 in your Madden League after 10 Super Bowl wins. And so, man, you were stacking it up, weren't you? All right, so they do have the punt unit out there. And I feel like that's the right football move. I mean, it's not popular there because you want to keep going, but you're too close to your own end zone. Punt's on the way. Fair catch is symbol. And he's going to catch it from his own 15-yard line. So LSU will now take over. Braden says, wow, Carmichael. Lewis says he does not like punters. He would have been okay if he'd have gone for it. Let's see. Michael says you made. I'm sure Kenny didn't lose. All right, so here we go. Again, still here in the first quarter. 2 minutes and 21 seconds to go. We're all tied up 7-7. Takes the snap, fakes it to the back, throws it with guys in his face. They are incomplete, but there is a penalty. There is a penalty. All right, so they're going to call defense there. And so, that little grab on the shoulder right there, they called him for that. Lewis says you need 14 points each quarter. 14 each quarter. Carmichael says, nah, but now you got a 72 overall 32-year-old quarterback. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Trips at the top of the formation. Let's see if Florida State brings pressure. Quick pass to the receiver. Has some room to operate. Goes out of bounds at about the 30-yard line before he slammed there against the bench out there. And they're going to call a penalty here. And so the LSU sideline, they want that penalty there against Florida State. Again, we're all tied up 7-7 here in the first quarter with 2 minutes and 12 seconds to go. Right now, the referees are discussing the call here. Both of these respective programs, you get a chance to add a top 10 W to your resume this early in the season. If you can come out and win this game. All right, so they're going to call Florida State for that hit there, talking about personal foul there, hit him out of bounds. And so DB, he knows personal foul's on him. Let's see, Carmack says you tried to trade Russell Wilson for Kenny Pickett in fantasy. You don't know who it was, but they rejected it. And so you tried that Cryer, man. I like that. I like that. And so, yeah, you can see on the replay there. Now, looking at the replay there, let's see. Oh, yeah, he was well out of bounds when he made that hit. He's lucky the sideline didn't erupt on him, honestly. But, yeah, they call that penalty on him. So now we got 1st and 10 here, 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in the first. So still in the first quarter here. LSU with the football. Ball at their own 44-yard line. Shotgun formation. Tight end going in motion. Takes the snap. Looking. Throws it short. Gets the completion there. Not much else, though. Cobb might have picked up half a yard on the play. And so Daniels operating traffic here. Let's see, you say, and someone drafted Alexander Madison a few picks before you wanted to take him. 2nd and 9. All right, so we got 2nd and 9, 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back from their own 45-yard line. Daniels in the pocket, throws it, gets the completion. He's got a 1st down. Shakes off the defender here and picks up the extra couple yards, taking it all the way to about the 37-yard line. And he may have also picked up a penalty there against the defense on that hit. Let's see what the referees say here. So right now, LSU moving the ball once again. Referees right now are discussing. And if you're Florida State, you're frustrated. It's one thing that they're moving the ball on you. It's a whole other thing that you keep tacking on all these additional penalties that, quite honestly, you don't need to have. You don't. Another personal foul. Like, we're not talking about football plays here. We're talking about plays that, quite frankly, you gotta think. Look at this. Look at this. Another personal foul. How many more are we going to get before Florida State realizes, hey, you just can't do that. You just can't do that. Now, I get it. You're trying to make the play on the ball and stuff like that, but you got to have that awareness. These are the rules here. These are the rules. Look at that. 5 penalties against Florida State right now for 53 yards. 0 penalties against LSU. Now let's shoot at the football from Florida State 22-yard line. Daniels. He's going to scramble. Look at, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Is he okay? Oh my goodness, son. Wow. Wow. Did you guys see that hit? Daniels took off over the middle, tried to hurdle someone for whatever reason, and got picked up and planted in the ground. And I can't say nothing because you don't go airborne like that and don't expect to get planted. I mean, he planted this guy, and we probably, like, this is, wow. I'm glad that he got up from that hit because that could have been very bad. I mean, he jumped right in the air, and this is why you don't try to hurdle everybody. 2nd and 6. That's what happens on the game when I press the wrong button and try to hurdle someone. Throws the ball up there, and, oh, it's incomplete there. My guy never had a chance there. I mean, I don't blame him. I wouldn't have gone up for that ball either because he would have got destroyed on that one. But, man, I mean, what a game. Wow. Carmichael says he was lost on who to pick in the late rounds. And so, I mean, the draft pretty much for me, it went according to plan because I had all kinds of distractions going on during that time, and I still was able to make pretty solid picks. I only made like one mistake early, but that was on me. But let's see. Lewis is just like, yeah, I mean, I tell you what, I would not be hurdling against that defense. I promise you that much. But he got planted. His back's going to be sore, like real sore. But that's the end of the first quarter. And when we come back, LSU is going to be facing a 3rd and 7 from the Florida State 19-yard line. Again, all tied up 7-7. And let's see, Phoenix says where to watch. And so this game can be watched on, I believe it's on ABC because I'm watching it on YouTube TV, but I believe it's ABC. So, yeah, you can watch this game on ABC. But, yes, that's a play right there. Wow. I mean, you never want to see your starting quarterback take a hit like that. Never want to see that. But, yeah, Phoenix, this game, you can watch it on ABC. Let's see, Braden confirms that it's on ABC. All right, again, that's the end of the first quarter here, and these two Titans going at it pretty much. And we got ourselves a very good game here. A very good game. Nothing like having back-to-back exciting streams here in which it feels like we're going to get our share of offense between these two quarterbacks. And it's pretty much going to come down. I think it's going to be a duel the rest of the way between the two of them. And so it's all about capitalizing on the big opportunities there, finding a way to get into the end zone as opposed to settling for 3 points here ultimately. But these two quarterbacks, they're going to do whatever it takes to get their team to the end zone. Whether it's Daniels, whether it's Travis, whether they have to pass it, whether they have to run, they'll do whatever it takes to get into the end zone. And so FS Podcast, what's good with ya? What's good with ya? Coming through here and showing JB Nation some love. How are you doing? And so you say, sub JB, popping in from Rising Rhino. And so, yes, the real MVPs. Appreciate you. How are you doing this Sunday? I assume Sunday night where you're at as well. But how are you doing? Let's see, Phoenix says, thanks. You might have to tune in later. And so, oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. And just a reminder, I will be streaming again tomorrow for the Clemson versus Duke game. And so I know I streamed that game last year as well. But Clemson versus Duke tomorrow. I will be streaming that game tomorrow. So we'll get to spend Labor Day together watching some college football there. And we'll see if that game can turn out to be interesting or not. We will see. We will see. I was watching DJU earlier over there at Oregon State, his new team. Again, DJU, the former Clemson quarterback that we was watching just last year, but now he's over there at Oregon State. So he looked pretty good. They didn't ask him to throw the ball a whole bunch, but when they did throw the ball, I know that he wasn't playing, like top tier. He was going against San Jose State and stuff like that. So, but still, he looked pretty good. And so let's see, podcast says Gator fan coming in the building. And so, okay, bet. And so let's see how Florida does the rest of the way. Let's see, Phoenix says Blue Devils. All right, so Phoenix is going to be rooting for Duke here. Okay. I always find myself in that game rooting for Duke to beat Clemson, even if I feel like that's never the case. I feel like I streamed that game last year and then Clemson versus Georgia Tech last year. I'm always rooting for the underdog when it comes to Clemson. Carmichael says Gators is your favorite college team in Florida? Really? I did not know that, Carmichael. I thought it would have been like Penn State. I did not know it was Florida. All right, so we're getting ready to get back here from the commercial, and second quarter is going to be on the way. And so we're going to see what Daniels and company have in store for us here on third down. Again, important third down as you want to come away with a touchdown as opposed to 3 points here. Again, assuming that you make the 3 points here, you got to be able to come away with a touchdown, especially since earlier at the goal line, you weren't able to get a touchdown then that first drive. Let's see what happens here. 3rd and 7. Tight end going in motion. Looks like it's going to be man-to-man. Let's see if that's the case. They're going to hand it to the running back here, and the running back takes it off. Let's see if he got that first down there, but that's going to be close. Depends on where they mark him at. They mark him about half a yard shy on the play. However, though, another 4th down. Will they go for it again? Let's see, podcast says, yes, sir, go Gators. And so, all right, yeah, I actually got my master's from the University of Florida, so an alum of the University of Florida, so much respect to them. Let's see, Braden says just short. All right, so we got 4th down, 4th and 1 here. So this is where I would give my quarterback the option to hand it off or keep it himself. Receiver goes in motion. They snap it. Quarterback's going to keep it. They ran the play that I said, I'm not going to lie, that's not the result I had in mind. He was stopped well short. This Florida State defense is showing that they will stop you when you're in short yardage situations here. So shout out to Florida State here, the defensive line. They get it done when it matters the most on these short yardage situations here. Because look at that. Now, he could have gave that to the back, especially since there was a guy outside there, but they contained that excellent. I mean, that's just great defense there. Just great defense. So I'm not going to lie. Let's see, come back and say you just happen to hate with a passion Cincinnati. And so, okay. Lewis says go. Brandon says another huge stop by Florida State. Let's see, podcast says you graduated from the University of Florida as well. Okay, bet. All right, from their own 15-yard line. So now it's time to see what Travis and company got in store this time out. He threw it while he got hit. Gets to the tight end, shakes away from one guy, and uses all his strength there to gain 2 yards on the play. And again, just a good job by Travis to get that ball off the spot, get hit, and get a completion. Many times when you throw the ball, when you get hit, and that ball gets loafed up there, a DB can run in front of that. But just good job getting it to his guy and avoiding turnover because big number 18, he had bad intentions when he came there to hit that quarterback. 2nd down coming up. Shotgun formation. Tight end goes in motion. They're going to toss it to the back here. The back. Ooh, he got hit. LSU was trying to rock out here tonight. Okay, I like this. A high-intensity game here. We see a good bit of offense, but we also see some big hits and stuff like that. That is insane. Let's see, podcast says you currently live in UK, though. And so, okay. That's what's up. Let's see, Carmichael says, I hope when I get out of high school to go to Pennsylvania and go to college at Pitt. And so, okay, you want to go to Larry Fitzgerald alum. Okay. 3rd and 5. Shotgun formation. Travis has time. Travis throws it, gets the completion, and the first down. Excellent job there. Picked up about 9 yards on the play, and that only happens because the offensive line gave him time. Now, going against that LSU front four to give him that kind of time, that's tremendous because you normally get about a third of that amount of time to throw the ball in a key situation like that. So the offensive line did a tremendous job that time out there. Now, we've got 3 receivers at the top of the screen here. 1st and 10 from their own 28-yard line. Travis hands it off to the back, and the back off the right guard here. Going to pick up about 3 yards on the carry. Again, second quarter with about 12 minutes and 10 seconds to go here before the half. And so, oh man, what's good with ya? What's good with ya? Oh, it says, what's good, JB and everyone? How are you doing? All right, 2nd and 6. $11 minutes and 45 seconds to go. We're all tied up 7-7. Gets the snap. Gonna hand it to the back up the middle, and he's not going anywhere, as Braden would say, stuffed. Podcast says, despite that, you still live and breathe orange and blue. That's dedication. That's dedication. Taking them everywhere you go. Absolutely. That is dedication. With that being said, though, I mean, how does it feel as a Florida fan to see, obviously, I know the whole, LSU-Florida rivalry right there, but also the Florida State rivalry. Is there one that you're rooting for in this one? Or are you just like, you don't care either way who wins this game? All right, here we go, 3rd and 6. Travis, quick pass there, and oh man, Wilson with another drop. I mean, don't get me wrong, Wilson's been great, but these are some big drops that you just can't make because you're open, son. You're open. Look at it. Ball is there. And I mean, what else can he do? I mean, catch the ball for him. The ball is right there. Now, Wilson's got to get his head back in the game here. Got to get his head back in the game here. That's a huge drop. I mean, there's nothing much more that the coaching staff and quarterback can do other than put you in a position to where you can make the play. 4th down coming up. 4th and 6. All right, so now Florida State punts the ball. LSU's going to call a fair catch. He lost the ball. He lost the ball. The ball is still free. Florida State got the ball. So Florida State got the ball. How do you whiff that punt? I mean, what happened? Like, that just looks like your everyday punt. This is what you do. This is what you do. Brian Kelly's just looking like, how did that happen? Now, let's look. Anderson, I mean, it must be the football. It must be the football right now. It's got to be. But that's insane. Good job by Florida State, though. Thomas on the recovery. So Florida State gets a gift. And for LSU, you cannot afford to make those mistakes. I said it earlier, and I'll say it again. Turnovers will change the momentum of this game, and ultimately, they will cost you. They will cost you. Podcast says he doesn't carry the weight. Braden says, you got to catch that pass. You say it's deja vu all over again with that fumble again. Wow. Absolutely. Let's see if we can get similar results here. 22 yards away from the end zone here for the Florida State Seminoles. Travis in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Avoids the rush. Threw that one. And he threw an interception. He threw an interception. I cannot believe it. I mean, are you serious? Like, that's one of the, I hate to say it this way, but it's one of the dumbest reads I have seen in a long time. Like, bruh, like, you ain't got to be a quarterback to see that. Like, look at, there was 2 guys, and what is he doing? What is he doing? Look at that. Where do you see open? It's a short pass. There's 2 guys on him, and it clearly, you just thought, what did he see? What did he see? Ah, my goodness. Wow. Carmichael says N'Keal Harry signed back with the Patriots, confirmed. Braden says picked. Wow. Let's see. Carmichael says, wow, this is a weird turn of events. And so Lewis says, no. Lewis, I thought you liked defense. Wow. So after that, LSU has the football from their own 21-yard line. Throws it, gets the complete. Oh, he dropped it there. My screen went green for a second there. But bobbled that one. He would have had some room there. He would have had some room there. 2nd down coming up, 2nd and 10. These guys have got to make the play. Like, the ball is right there. Just make the play. You're a skilled position guy for a reason. There's a reason they give you guys the scholarships when there's so many people out there that would love to be doing what you're doing. You got to make the plays. Now, here we go, 2nd and 10. From their own 16-yard line. And so Daniels is going to keep it. I'm sorry, 26-yard line. And so Daniels decided to run that time. And quite frankly, I don't blame him. I would run too. Just preferably not into the arms of a D lineman like he did the previous drive. But that's a nice pick up there, and it's going to make it 3rd and short. And that's what I alluded to earlier. Both of these quarterbacks, they are willing to run if they have to help their team out. Especially Daniels. He will certainly run that ball. He rushed for 885 yards rushing last year and 11 rushing touchdowns last season. So he will run that ball. 3rd and 2. Out of the shotgun. Throws the ball, gets tipped in the air, and that's going to be incomplete. That's a dangerous play. When the ball gets tipped in the air like that, dangerous play. Fourth down coming up, so that's going to bring out the punt unit. Let's see, Carl Michael says, just catch the ball. Let's see, podcast says, you're just waiting for the Florida-Georgia game. And so are you projecting that Florida is going to beat Georgia this year? Are you willing to go on record and project that? Lewis says, not when I have the over, JB. Braden says, good defense again by Florida State. So, yeah, what looked like it was going to be a very offensive game early on has transpired into a defensive game here. Let's see if we get a clean punt on the way, if we get a return, or at least don't fumble the ball. And it's taking an LSU bounce here as it continues to roll and roll and roll. And it continues to roll all the way to the 1 yard line. Wow. That is picture perfect there. An LSU punt all the way. Let's see, podcast says no, it's way too early to tell. And so I got you. I got you. Braden says good defense again by Florida State and a great punt. Absolutely. Let's see, Carmichael says Florida State, there's a defense needs to just, you said their defense needs to just quit. And so, ouch, Florida State says their defense, I'm sorry, Carmichael said Florida State defense needs to just quit. I think Lewis would agree with you on that statement. But now we are currently here at the commercial with the score all tied up 7-7 here in the second quarter with 9 minutes and 50 seconds to go. And again, we are currently right now at the commercial here. But man, what a game we have right now for these two programs going at it. All tied up 7-7. Second quarter, 9 minutes, 35 seconds remaining here. And Florida State's going to be starting off deep within their own territory here. So let's see how this plays out. But an excellent punt. And again, just waiting to come back here from the commercial. All right, let's see. Carmichael says that Florida State needs to give LSU a safety. Podcast says, thankfully, I work an overnight job. Otherwise, I would be missing this stream right now because you would be asleep. And so, gotcha. Okay. Oh, yeah. But we got podcasts out here making money. It's nothing like making money. So I feel you there. All right, so now we're getting back to the game here. And again, another reminder, we'll be streaming tomorrow, Clemson at Duke. And so we'll see if Duke has something in store for Clemson or not. And now Florida State's offensive line is going to have to definitely feel the pressure here. But right now the officials here, they are discussing something in which I cannot hear because my audio will be picked up here and I can't have that happen. So all right, so they're showing a replay, I guess, to see if he did indeed touch the ball or not. All right, but yeah, it's like we originally thought that Florida State will be taking over from their own 1 yard line. So this front four for LSU, this is an opportunity to impose your will. Carmichael says you worked with your grandpa in the summer, and so that's great. That is great. That is great. All right, 1st and 10 here for the Seminoles from their own 1 yard line. Receiver goes in motion, but they're going to hit to the back, and the running back is going to pick up maybe a yard on the play. Nine minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the second quarter. So if you're LSU, you're thinking if you can't get the safety, at least get a 3 and out and get excellent field position. And if they're this far back, perhaps even take a shot to block the punt if it comes to that. If you're Florida State, though, you're just thinking get the 1st down. That is what you're thinking. Let's see, podcast says security guard. And so, oh, nice. Keeping the people safe out there. 2nd and 8. Travis on the move. Gets the completion. Okay, he's going to be about a good 3-4 yard shot at 1st down marker. But that gives the offense more space to operate with. But this is big right here, this 3rd down. Super big because, again, field position. If you're LSU and you get the stop, this would be great field position here that you can potentially have. Again, assuming that you don't muff the punt this time. Let's see, we got 18 votes already in the poll. Keep them coming. Right now, Florida State is leading the poll here, but make sure you cast your vote here so that way we know where you stand. All right, 3rd and 4. Shotgun formation for Florida State. 8 minutes and 5 seconds left to go. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. They snap the ball. LSU sends pressure, but before that happens, they're going to stop the play here because there is a penalty. So hold up. There is a penalty here. All right, never mind. No penalty there. That was a timeout again for Florida State right there. So, okay, I thought they were about to call a penalty there, but that was a timeout that was called for Florida State there. Again, just want to make sure that they understand how important this is. Backed up so far in their own territory. They got to get this 3rd and 4 here. Let's see. Phoenix says, respect to the security guard all the way. All the way. Carmichael says, hey, I still don't really know what I want to do. I might become a sports marketer or something to do with football. And so, okay, that would be cool. That would be cool. I remember back when I was in college and stuff like that, which seems like forever ago. But it really wasn't that long ago, I promise. At first, like when I first went to college, my first goal was I wanted to be a video game designer. And still, a part of me still wants to create my own like video game and stuff like that. But my high school did not offer a lot of like computer courses, and so it was a lot to have to catch up on and stuff like that. So then I tried computer programming and stuff like that. Then I switched over to sports management by the time I became a junior and stuff like that. And so I do not work in sports anymore. But it was quite the journey, quite the journey. It definitely does help if you know what you really want to do when you're in college, because that's the kind of place where you're going to be able to find your resources and stuff like that. You can probably afford at that point to do an internship and stuff like that if you have to gain experience and stuff like that and build connections and stuff like that. That's what's going to help you the most there, is building the connections with people who are already in the industry, all that great stuff. So whatever path you choose to do, that'd be great. Just make sure you do your homework there and you consider whatever's important to you and stuff like that. You know, if you want to be in the industry where you're going to be able to be live, present at the games and stuff like that, then consider what pathways will be able to put you, you know, in front of those kinds of people, especially if you have that love for the Pittsburgh Steelers and stuff like that, all the way, all the way. Let's see, Braden says, cool, Carmichael. Carmichael says, you're in marketing, computer science, and business law right now in high school. And so, okay, a lot of great potential paths there. I'm not going to lie, a lot of great potential paths there. Absolutely. Well, we are rooting for you, whatever you choose. And again, Florida State recently called a timeout, so we're just waiting until they come back from the timeout and see if Florida State can convert on this 3rd and 4 from their own 7-yard line. And let's see, podcast says, yeah, like I used to be a DEA agent, and so bet. And how long were you an agent? For how long? Let's see, Carmichael says you're also in photo imaging, which is basically just photography. And so, I mean, hey, this is great when you have those side hobbies and stuff like that as well, to where once you get the side, like if you really want to go to Pittsburgh, you end up going to Pittsburgh and stuff like that. If you do, whether it's sports marketing or whatever it is, talk to professors. They can point you in the direction of who's the best contact and just find a way to get your name out there. And if you start off taking, photos and stuff for the team and stuff like that, and that's one door. There's so many doors to get in there, but one door to do it. But make sure you do it while you're young, so that way by the time you become like a junior and senior, those relationships are already established, and then they're starting to look at you like, okay, we might want to keep you long term beyond just your time, at the school and stuff like that, until you find that opportunity with a professional program or something like that. All right, let's see. Podcast says 22 years on the job, but this was 7 years ago. So 22 years, I commend you for that. That is extreme dedication, and that means, that's tremendous. That is tremendous right there. 22 years on the job. And so fantastic, fantastic. Shout out to you. Let's see, Brady says, terrible decision by Jordan Travis, in which, if you're listening in, Jordan Travis there, he had to extend as much time as he could there, but ultimately unable to get that completion there. And I go back to when he threw that interception when they had caught the break. That was a break that the offense needed right there. Even if you just come away with 3 points right there, it would have given you the lead. But that interception was a really bad interception. Florida State's going to punt the ball. LSU fair catches it from their own 50-yard line. And that was Clayton Jr. that called the fair catch for LSU. So now LSU, great opportunity here, great field position there. Let's see if they can take advantage of that here and find a way to get some more points here with under 8 minutes to go here in the second quarter. And again, just to look at the stats so far in this one, for LSU, Jaden Daniels is 8 of 14 for 151 yards passing. Again, no touchdowns, no interceptions through the air. And you've got, for Florida State, Jordan Travis is 9 of 15 for 110 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Now let's see, for LSU as a team, they have 13 carries for 24 yards, and Jaden Daniels is responsible for 13 of those yards. As for Florida State, as a team, 7 carries for 23 yards, and Trey Benson is their leading rusher. He's got 4 carries for 16 yards. And so let's see, podcast says, he also did service with the U.S. Navy for a year before becoming a DEA agent. And so, oh, wow, that is tremendous there. Absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Wow, that's a lot of dedication there to your country, and just that's awesome there. That is awesome. And so I salute you there. Absolutely. And so make sure you guys show some love here for podcasts for sure. Absolutely. That's tremendous there. Tremendous. Wow. And so I appreciate you coming through here and spending time with us. Absolutely. Yes. So, I'm sure that you have many stories and stuff like that for sure that we can certainly learn from, but absolutely appreciate you, podcast. Wow. That is tremendous. And so as Carmichael says, yes, thank you for your years of service, podcast. And so absolutely. Yes, U.S. Navy before, and then the agent. Tremendous. And now security. Podcast has done it all. So we are so thankful. And so Braden as well, thank you for your service. And so absolutely. And again, currently right now at the commercial here in the second quarter with 7 minutes and 49 seconds to go here before we reach halftime. In the first quarter, both of these teams scored a touchdown on their first couple of possessions. But since then, it's been a lot more defense here in the second quarter. But LSU is going to come out here and try to see if they can get their offense cranked up again. And I know that Lewis is really hoping the offense gets going. And so let's see, podcast says, thank you, Carmichael. And another thing I'll say about this game as well is that Florida State's defense, when it matters the most in those clutch situations, have been tremendous on those short yardage, whether we're talking red zone, whether we're talking third down, fourth down. They've been tremendous. But here we go. They're going to go 5 wide here for LSU. Daniels is going to scramble. He's still running. Still running. The 30. The 20. Nice juke. And he's going to get slung down at about the 11-yard line. And so Jaden Daniels getting it done on the ground. He's got 8 carries for 53 yards. Absolutely. And here we go. Oh, it says thank you and appreciate everything you have done. And you said you're sorry America doesn't do anything. That's right. It doesn't even do things for their vets. And so that's a discussion that I know that we did have in the past, old man, about the treatment that, our vets receive after. And so I wish that there was more that we could certainly do, for sure. And so, but that's a very valid point there. Let's see. Carmichael says, you like the military? You got a lot of friends that might go into the military. And Braden says, huge run there by Daniels. And so, Daniels, he's lighting up. Once Daniels starts scrambling like this, it's like his blood gets flowing here, and the offense goes to another level. But let's see if that Florida State defense can match the intensity once again. 2nd and 3. Receiver goes in motion. They snap the ball. Daniels says, I'll keep it myself. Daniels, he's going to be about half a yard away from the end zone, but he's going to pick up the first down. And so Daniels is out here saying, I'll do it myself. He says, I'll do it myself. All right, so we got 1st and goal here for the LSU Tigers. And again, they want to punch this into the end zone here. Shotgun formation, takes the snap, hands it to the back in the back. He's not going to get there. I thought the line was going to give him the push that he needed, but he was short. He was short. 2nd and goal coming up. Let's see. Carmichael says, let's go LSU. All right, let's see. Podcast says you've got a brother who currently works for the Army in the Pentagon. You say your dad was a Vietnam vet. Okay, and one of your other brothers is also a former military person. So it just runs in the family. Wow. Like, did you know when you were like growing up, did you know like right off the bat that you were going to be joining the Navy right off the bat? Or how early did you know? Because, I mean, coming from a military family, I mean, that's tremendous right there. You got to see firsthand, experience it, and all of you guys experienced it pretty much together. So that's fantastic. But again, LSU there with the touchdown, and that was a big touchdown there. 5 plays, 51 yards, and again the drive started thanks to the excellent field position that they got from the defense, pretty much going 3 and out there and getting Florida State to go 3 and out and setting them up with tremendous field position. And they cashed in this time for the touchdown as they lead 14-7. As Braden says, touchdown LSU. And let's see. The podcast says, no, you didn't. And so, okay. All right, again, we are here now at the commercial here, and we'll see how Florida State tries to respond here. Still over 6 minutes to go here before halftime, but LSU's got their touchdown. Let's see if Florida State can match that. Nothing like knowing that we have football today. I mean, here we go. Some of us here, whether we're at work, whether we know that we have tomorrow off from work, whatever the situation is, nothing like having football and seeing 2 teams play in the top 10 and having it be a good game here. And so we're going to see a little bit more of everything the rest of the way here. We're still second quarter with about 6 minutes and 2 seconds to go here in the second quarter. But, man, I mean, coming from the months that we had in which we had to wait so long for football, knowing that Thursday is going to be the NFL kickoff, and if you don't know already, I will be streaming Thursday's kickoff between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Detroit Lions in that matchup. So make sure if you guys aren't already that you are subscribed to the channel there, have your notification bells turned on. I haven't set that stream up just yet, but I will set that one up along with some other ones as well. I'll try to cover Thursday night football games. Saturday will be college football, Sunday, and also Monday night football. Those are the 4 days that I try to cover when it comes to, like during the NFL season. Perhaps this year I may incorporate a couple more like Friday night games occasionally. It may not be every Friday, but some Fridays I'll probably incorporate some as well. And I will try to also on Wednesdays do my weekly pick'ems and stuff like that so that way everybody can pretty much let us know who you got the upcoming week. And be sure that you're on the lookout, because at least this Wednesday I plan on, I'm not sure if I'm going to do a live stream or just post a video of my picks. I may just take the video route, but make sure that you guys do post your picks in the comment section and stuff like that. So that way, when we're up there, we'll already know who's got what. So as podcast says, array. And so there we go. Let's see. Oh, it says, JB, you like your $50 draft team and you're still working on trying to get a running back one in your league, though, in my league, though. And so I know that I was looking and I seen that there's quite a few people that may have some interest in trading a running back and stuff like that. It's just, I don't know how that trade's going to facilitate, considering what they're willing to give up and, stuff like that. But hey, you got to do your work there. You got to do your work. Last year, teams were desperate to make trades because we had so many people. So we'll see how that works out. All right, so, and again, second quarter with about 6 minutes left to go before the half. LSU leading this one 14-7. But Florida State, we'll see if they can respond. And we've got 21 votes in right now. Florida State still leading the poll here. And so still plenty of time here. For anybody that wants to vote, either way, still plenty of time. All right, so the kickoff here, no return. So Florida State will take the football from their own 25-yard line. And let's see what Travis can do here for Florida State. Again, so far he is 9 of 15 for 110 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Let's see, Braden says, hey, old man, we play each other again on week 1. And so that's why you guys are in the same division. Everybody in week 1 in my fantasy league is going to be facing somebody in their division. Because we all got 4 teams in each division, so there's 16 of us. So everybody's playing against someone in their division instead of to open up. The first week and the last week, I always make sure that is the case, along with about 2 other weeks throughout the season. Here we go. 1st and 10 for Florida State. Receiver going in motion from their own 25-yard line. Travis feels the pressure. He throws it. And we got to write that play out of the playbook right here. We got to get that play out of the playbook right now. Right now. And so, as podcast says, yes, USA, USA, USA. Absolutely, yes. Yes. All right, Florida State going 5 wide. Travis on the move, still looking downfield. Now he's about to scramble. Can he get it? He slides at the 31. So excellent job sliding there. There's an LSU player that's currently down there, and he did hit the quarterback while he slid there. So he seems to be in some pain. And so, but yeah, both of these guys going after just trying to make a play here. And that time, 22 may have got caught. Yeah, got caught by his own teammate there. Let's see. Ola says, yeah, you've seen that. Hopefully Justin Jefferson goes off. And so, oh yeah. I know this is a time of year where everybody can be excited about their team, except for a couple. All right, so right now they are looking at his knee. Again, that's Deuce Chestnut from LSU, defensive back there, number, was it 23? All right, that's 22 actually for LSU. But it's good to see that he's walking off on his own there, so that's always a positive sign right there. He's walked off on his own, and so he should be fine moving forward. That's great. All right, so Jordan Travis here for Florida State, trying to run this offense from his own 28-yard line, shotgun formation. Again, 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. LSU looking like they might bring some pressure. Let's see if they bring pressure or who drops back. But they're trying to camouflage it. They end up sending 5. Travis has time, though, throws it, gets the completion to Wilson. He shakes the first guy off. He's still moving before he is brought down forcefully, but not before picking up the big play and a big first down. I mean, Wilson, to be honest, every time Wilson has so many opportunities to make plays, he just got to hold on to the ball here. He does a great job running his routes, though. 1st and 10. Ball almost from midfield. But there is a penalty. So before we can snap the ball, there is a penalty. Braden says you hope he doesn't, but he will. Hey, who is Minnesota playing week 1, first of all? Who is Minnesota playing week 1? Let's see. Braden says there's Johnny Wilson again. Yeah, Johnny on the spot Wilson. He brought his hands with him this time. Last season, he averaged almost 21 yards per reception, which was second in the entire FBS. And here we go. They're going to have to use him the rest of the way. But look at the difference in penalties right now. Florida State has 6 penalties for 58 yards. LSU, no penalties. LSU is playing with discipline. But here we go. 1st and 15 after the penalty for Florida State. Takes the snap. Jordan Travis on the move. Will he run again? No, he throws it. Gets the, oh my goodness, son. What'd you drop the ball for, Bell? The ball was right there. What else can he do? What else can he do? Let's see. Braden says the Buccaneers. And so, okay, they play top. Oh, ooh. Ooh, okay. Well then. But yeah, that's a pass. The ball was there. Your quarterback's on the run. Help him be great. Again, Bell's got 1 catch today for 5 yards, but he dropped a big one there. 2nd and 15 here. Shotgun in the second quarter with about 4 minutes and 5 seconds to go. Receiver goes in motion. Takes a snap. He's on the move. He's looking. He's going to run. Decides to go out of bounds here after picking up about 3 yards on the play. Smart decision there. 3rd down coming up. All right, so 3rd down is 3rd and 12. So you're in a 3rd and long situation because, again, earlier there was that penalty there to start off this set of downs. So 3rd and 12, 3 minutes and 40 seconds left to go. Can Florida State make a big play? When in doubt, they got to find Johnny Wilson. Find Johnny Wilson and hope that he decides to catch it this time. Let's see. Ball's at midfield. Almost at midfield. 5 seconds on the play clock. Travis in the pocket, has time, throws it, gets the completion, and a 1st down. You give this kid time, this is what he can do. And that is right with the catch. Big time play. Big time play. Winston Wright Jr. with the catch. All right, so with a fresh new set of downs here, they're already lined up. 3 minutes left to go here in a second. All right, 1st and 10. Tight end goes in motion. And so Travis has to make the guy miss, throws it, has a guy who makes the catch. Excellent job. That time he saw the defender coming, and he just had the mobility. You look at his hips on the play, and yes, I'm pointing out the man's hips, and he just turned around with ease in a way to where he still was able to keep his eyes downfield and elude the pass rusher that was coming. Current drive, 7 plays, 49 yards in about 3 minutes and 40 seconds in terms of time of possession off the clock here for Florida State, who trail right now 14-7, but they're on the move. Tight end goes in motion. They hand it to the running back here off the right side, and the running back is going to be a yard shy of that 1st down marker. That's going to make it 3rd and 1 coming up. Ball at the LSU 24-yard line. Under 2 minutes to go here in the second quarter. And again, Florida State has 2 timeouts. LSU has 2 timeouts right now. So they have 2 timeouts. So right now they're going to focus on trying to get the 1st down. Under 2 minutes, if they get the 1st down, that clock can stop. All right, quarterback spun to center. He takes the snap. He tried to be sneaky with it. It worked out. I like what they tried to do there, have him just casually walk up there from the shotgun formation. It looked like he's making adjustments and then take the snap there. And it took a second effort, honestly. It took a second effort because LSU was not prepared for it, and it worked. But right up the middle, though, that first effort was not going to get it. Great job with the second effort. But here we go, 5 wide again. Ball at the 21-yard line of LSU. 1st and 10. 1:15 left to go. LSU could be sending pressure off the edge. They snap it. LSU does bring pressure. Jordan throws it up there, and he is going to get a touchdown. Excellent job. They're throwing it to Coleman, Keon Coleman, with the touchdown catch there. And so, big-time touchdown. Big-time touchdown. Podcast says, hey, go Bucks. There you go. There you go. But big time touchdown for the Seminoles here. Braden says, what a catch. He says, Keon Coleman again. Somebody get a beeper for this kid. Now, Coleman's walking off here, kind of limping off the field here. But when you score a touchdown, everybody's going to still be around you now. But he's sort of, a little hobbled there. All right, so we got the PAT attempt coming up here to try to tie things up. Kick is up. Kick is good. So the extra point is good. So we're all tied up 14-14 here in the second quarter with 1 minute and 1 second left to go. Podcast says it's officially Labor Day, by the way, in the UK. And so we're happy Labor Day to everybody here. It's not officially just yet here, but I'll go ahead and say it anyways. Let's see. Oh, it says great play and can't. And so great play and catch. And so, oh yeah, tremendous job there. And so that's what I like to see, a little bit of back and forth here. I like it. Okay, so after that touchdown, we're all tied up. LSU's going to have an opportunity to run their minute offense. They do have 2 timeouts to work with and stuff like that. So they got plenty of time to, at the very least, try to get in field goal range. But they got plenty of time. Let's see how they operate the clock. Coleman's going to go to the locker room right now. Oh, yeah, these kids, they want it. They know how important this game is. They remember last year that both of these guys, they want it. Both of these young quarterbacks here. Kickoff on the way. LSU will return it. He's at the 5, the 10, and he tried to pass somebody. That didn't work. Brought that at the 13-yard line. Would have been better off just fair catching that one or just not returning it. But let's see what LSU does here. Ooh, looking at Florida State's last season opener win versus a top 10 team was in 2005 when they beat the number 9 Hurricanes. If Mr. JB's watching, he does not like that stat at all. Let's see, podcast says, you're also going to be working a second job here very shortly. And so I have looked into the potentially doing a second job, but it's just, I love streaming so much. That's a hard one for me to give up right there. So I'm like, let me just double down on my other one then. But right now, Daniels throws it, gets the completion, gets a first down as well in the process. Excellent job there getting the completion there. So now 48 seconds to go here before the half. They're already lined up from their own 24-yard line. Takes a snap, shotgun formation, has time, throws it to the far left. And oh, his receiver dropped the ball. So many drops. What is going on? Braden says a lot of bad drops in this game. And so, yes, and that irks me because you worked so hard to call the perfect play. You ran the route, quarterback put the ball there, and you just dropped it with nobody there to contest you for the catch. I get it if somebody's there, contest you, but nobody's there to contest you. Braden, you could have ran that route and made that catch. All right, here we go, 2nd and 10. LSU's going to line up with 4 guys at the top of the screen, 1 at the bottom. Now receiver goes in motion. Takes a snap. Florida State sends forward. Oh, they hit it from behind. Is it a fumble? Is it a fumble? Well, LSU recovered it either way, but man, Verse with the sack for Florida State. How about that? That is incredible. Now, one thing I will say is that, yes, we've seen pressure in this game, but these quarterbacks, for the most part, have done a fairly good job of at least eluding it or just taking off and running and stuff like that. But if either of these defensive lines start to catch fire and get back there consistently, look out. Let's see, Braden says, huge hit by Verse. And so, oh, yeah. All right, so 25 seconds to go here before the half. And Jared Verse, number 6 overall prospect in the 2024 NFL Draft per Mel Kiper Jr. So certainly someone to keep your eyes out open for here on that D-line. And in a game like this is how you get attention. This is how you get attention. I mean, college is all about marketing yourself as an athlete and stuff like that. So in big games, you got to perform big and stuff like that. You know, you just can't go out there and I hate to throw Miami under the bus, but only play, you know, like have a big game against the Hurricanes. But we're like, who are the Hurricanes these days and stuff like that. But anyways, though, they are reviewing to see if it is indeed a fumble. I thought when he got hit at first, I thought it was going to be just an incompletion, but there you go. Like, it's just, you know, that is what it is there. All right, let's see. Podcast says, let's raid Uneducated Sports Talk. And so, bet, Uneducated Sports Talk. And so, yeah, definitely remind me a little bit later on there for sure. A little bit later on there for sure. But man, this is just, you look at that hit. You look at that hit there, and what do you guys think? Do you think it's a fumble? I mean, you know what? At first glance, I was thinking that it wasn't, but seeing the replay, is that a fumble? Because I feel like obviously he was hit, and then his arm was moving there, but I mean, it first felt like that was going to be incomplete, but I'll be interested to see what they call. All right, so I guess my first initial gut there was correct, so it was incomplete. Okay. Let's see. Oh, it says, JB, I'm going to need backup in these patch streams. You say Zappe Stromes are back and more of them. And so, I mean, you're like the lone lion that takes on like all the hyenas and stuff like that. Oh, when it comes to those guys, and so they're not going to listen to reason out there. They're not going to listen to reason. And so the best thing we can have is Mac just go out there, throw about 31 touchdowns and about 8, 9 interceptions, hopefully no more than 10. And then maybe then you might get some convinced people then. Oh, it says it's a fumble in his opinion. Okay. Okay, here we go. 3rd and 10 for LSU. They're going to head to the back and the back. He's running. He's still running. He's still running all the way to the 41-yard line. Now, something tells me when they call that play, they did not have that in mind. But what a huge run. As Braden just said, huge run. And so I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Wow. Talk about catching a defense unprepared. I mean, you look at that, and I'm pretty sure that they call that play like, okay, maybe we'll just go ahead, run the clock if we don't pick up a big game. But, man, I mean, he took it, and he was running with it. Wow. Let's see. Braden says, not spoiling tonight, LOL. Hey, we appreciate that. We appreciate that. Let's see. You said UST is streaming the same game that I am. And so, gotcha. I mean, hey, when you look at that schedule from today, I mean, I feel like a lot of us are streaming the same game today because, quite frankly, that was the eye catcher that was on the calendar for today's matchup. Unless somebody was brave enough to take the Northwestern Rutgers game and stuff like that, or either the Oregon State versus San Jose State, in which now it's like LSU, Florida State it is. But 1st and 10, 40 yards away from the end zone. Daniels running. Daniels takes it all the way to right where they have the little line there for where you're trying to get for the field goal kicker there. So excellent job there. Went out of bounds. 23 seconds remaining. Again, LSU at 1 timeout, so they can still try to get in better position here for the field goal. 2nd and 7 coming up. All right, we got 2nd and 7. Shotgun formation. Looking, throws it, makes the catch, goes out of bounds at about the 19-yard line. And that was Brian Thomas Jr. with the 18-yard catch there, taking it all the way to the 19-yard line for Florida State, of the Florida State Seminoles now. And so at first I said field goal, but you got one timeout, 19 yards, 17 seconds here, first down. Let's see if LSU can get a touchdown. Braden says he was wide open. All right, here we go. Takes the snap, defense sending pressure. Throws it, and oh, it's going to be incomplete there. Pass just off on that one. Receiver wants the penalty there. Referee turns his back to him. 2nd and 10. 13 seconds left to go. All right, so 2nd and 10. Again, all tied up 14-14. Takes the snap, gonna throw it, incomplete. So just not on the same page right now as his receiver. His receiver clearly frustrated by that. Again, this is Malik Neighbors, who's got 2 catches so far for 24 yards there. But yeah, receivers feeling like they're just not on the same page there. 9 seconds left. So you got one timeout, 9 seconds left. It's 3rd and 10. This current drive has been 8 plays, 67 yards, 52 seconds in terms of time of possession. All right, 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Tight end goes in motion. And before anything happens, we're going to get a timeout call here by the defense. So Florida State calls a timeout. So they want to take some time here, make sure that they have everybody in the right position there. I like that. Good timeout here. Make sure you understand what's expected of each person on the play here, and make sure that the offense does not get a touchdown here. And you still got one timeout in case you do stop them and you want to try to ice the kicker. But what a game it's been. And again, we got 24 votes in right now. And so Florida State leading the poll here by 62%. But hey, 24 votes in, I like it. All right, again, just 9 seconds here before halftime. We're all tied up 14-14, but LSU right now with an opportunity to try to score. They're inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. Tight end goes in motion, takes the snap, holds it. He's running, throws it, incomplete there. Excellent job just getting rid of the football there and not taking a sack, not getting called for a penalty there for throwing it away to nobody there. So just throw the play away, think about the time, save them 4 seconds on the clock. And so let's see if Florida State tries to call a timeout here and ice the kicker. This is Damon Ramos. He is 6 of 9 last season from within 30 to 39 yards. And this is going to be a 36-yard field goal attempt. So let's see if the kid can make it here for LSU and give them the lead heading into halftime. Oh, we got a timeout call here. Try to ice the kicker on Florida State's side. That's their final timeout in the first half. Again, LSU with a chance here to take the lead at halftime. So here we go, a 36-yard field goal attempt. The snap is good, hold is good, the kick is up, and the kick is good. Right down the middle. 17-14. The LSU Tigers over the Florida State Seminoles. So far in this one, but it is a close game here. Both teams will have to make adjustments here. Quite frankly, you got to make the opportunities when they present themselves there. He who makes the most of those opportunities will win this game. Cannot be having those drops here. You cannot make those mistakes. You know, like the punt return, he got so lucky that the quarterback threw an interception that Jordan Travis threw that interception right after that mistake that LSU had. So Brian Kelly knows second half they got to make some adjustments and clean some things up. Florida State though got to also stop having penalties as well, because I mean they're like LSU's been pretty good when it comes to avoiding penalty calls on them. Florida State has some penalty calls against them there, so just got to tighten that up here again. Things you just tighten up at halftime, come out in the second half. Same energy, same energy. Just make the plays. Make the plays. Receivers, catch the ball. Wilson, I'm looking at you. Make the catch every time. He's got 4 catches for 64 yards. He's been superb, but he could have even better numbers and stuff like that. Because some of these catches that were dropped, it's just they were wide open, like wide open. All right, but let's take a look at the numbers here at halftime. And so to compare these two young men at quarterback, we'll start with LSU, Jaden Daniels, who's 11 of 22 for 188 yards passing, while Florida State, Jordan Travis is 14 of 21 for 174 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, and the reception. Right, it says LSU could be up more. And so, hey, you're right about that. It could have been. It could have been. Could have been. But we'll see how the second half plays out. Now, on the ground, LSU as a team has 19 carries for 105 yards. Jaden Daniels has 10 carries by himself for 58 yards on the ground. Josh Williams, he's got 3 carries for 41 yards, including that 35-yard burst that he had on that last drive. For Florida State, Trey Benson is their leading rusher. He's got 5 carries for 18 yards. Jordan Travis, he's got 4 carries himself for 16 yards in this one. Receiving wise, we'll start with Florida State. Johnny on the spot, Wilson, 4 catches, 64 yards. Keon Coleman, 4 catches, 62 yards, and 2 receiving touchdowns. For LSU, their top 2 targets, they've got Trey Bradford. He's got 1 catch for 55 yards. Brian Thomas Jr., he's got 3 catches, 45 yards. Adam Kyron Lacey, 2 catches, 34 yards. And so they really tried to get Malik Neighbors the ball on that last drive there near the end zone there, but they just wasn't on the same page. But he does have 2 catches for 24 yards in this one. So we've seen it, a little bit of everything here. We have seen it. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, so give JB a minute here. Try to get my halftime pick'ems in. Yeah, try to get my halftime pick'ems in myself. But both of these teams have been doing tremendous in this game, I will say that. All right. So I think I've made up my decision. Again, we are currently right now at halftime with LSU leading 17-14 over Florida State right now at the half. Both of these teams ranked in the top 10. Let's see. Braden says Oregon State looked good today. And so, yes, they did. They did. DJU, he looked pretty solid in that performance. We'll see how he looks in conference play, but he did look pretty solid. High completion percentage, which is what he had at Clemson. You know, he had like a 64% completion percentage his last season at Clemson. And so, you know, he goes out there with good accuracy. And quite frankly, he's at where he needs to be at. He's at where he needs to be at, quite frankly. All right, let's see. All right, so JB is almost done. All right, I think those are the two that I'm going to go with. But yeah, Oregon State did indeed look good. Absolutely. Braden, what grade did you get on your fantasy draft, by the way? All right, so I think that's the path I want to go. All right, Braden says B. Okay, I think it's the same grade I ended up getting, like a B as well. And so I know there wasn't a lot like in terms of like in between. It was either people got a lot of A's or you got a lot of D's in our fantasy league. So that was insane. All right, so I will take this route. All right, I got my pick'ems in. Hopefully this works out. All right, let's see. What are some? Let me look and see what are some college football matchups that we're looking forward to in week 2. Again, if you're just tuning in right now, we are currently here at halftime. And while I look that up, all right, so looking into some of the matchups for week 2 for the college football season. Braden, your Hawkeyes play Iowa State in week 2. How are you feeling about that matchup? To see your Hawkeyes play against the Cyclones. All right, let's see. Let's see. Podcast says, what does the M stand for? The M stands for members. So JB and members. That's what the M stands for. So good question though. Good question. I remember I was asked that when I first created the stream, and I'm not gonna lie. At the time that I made it, like the M, I did not necessarily have an answer for when I first thought of the name and stuff like that. But I wanted it because I thought about how Texas A&M has that A&M, and I was like JB&M. So at first I created the M, but then people were asking what's the M standing for. So I was looking for an answer, and so I was like, the M stands for members. That's what it stands for. And so yeah, so I'll admit at first when I created it, it was more so a spinoff of Texas A&M, but now it stands for members. So absolutely. Braden says it stands for Mayfield. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No. No, do not believe that. Do not believe that. Let's see. But other than the Hawkeyes and Iowa State next week, Mississippi versus Tulane. That's two teams that are currently ranked in the top 25. Stop it, Braden. Stop it. No. No, 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 no. All right, let's see. Absolutely not, Braden. Let's see. Texas A&M on the road at Miami. I remember I streamed that game last year. It was one of the more game. It was one of the games that I was really disappointed in. Not gonna lie, last year, like I was extremely disappointed last year. Thanks a lot, Braden. I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy. Let's see. Lewis says, did Mike overcash yet? Ha ha. Braden says Texas versus Alabama. And so again, looking at some of the games next week or so, yep, obviously that Texas Alabama one, that is going to be a big one right now. So as of right now, it's looking like that may end up being. I'm thinking that's going to be the game that I'm going to end up streaming next week. It's going to be for the college football game, Texas versus Alabama. Looking at the rest of the games there, that one stands out to me the most. And so it was a thriller last year. So Texas versus Bama, that's gonna be the game I go ahead and choose for next week Saturday to stream. So that should be fun. Okay, okay. But just looking at some of the other games that might be interesting, I haven't seen Appalachian State this year, but Appalachian State going down to North Carolina, that should be fun. Mm, So yeah, but yeah, that's gonna be the game next week. Notre Dame on the road at NC State. Braden says can't wait for that game, and so yeah, Black Medicine told me I have a tendency of when I stream Alabama, bad things tend to happen to Alabama. So he's hoping I don't stream that game. So which means we gotta stream it, right? But no, that should be a fun one, hopefully. considering that Texas is going to be in the SEC. So it's going to be a game we're going to see more often. Lewis says, ready to fix him a drink. Mr. Braden says, yeah, North Carolina made the smart decision not to play at App State this year. You're right. And I'm trying to see some upsets that I'm looking at on the schedule. That Ole Miss versus Tulane game, if I had not seen the Texas versus Alabama, I probably would have tried to stream that one, like Ole Miss versus Tulane, both two teams in the top 25. So we got our Thursday games, obviously going to be the Chiefs and the Lions. Braden, do you have anybody that's going to be playing from your fantasy team that week? But I mean, on Thursday between the Chiefs and the Lions, anybody at all? But yeah, so and then obviously that late game is going to be Stanford at USC. So I'll see how USC does, how Caleb Williams looks in that one. Let's see. Podcast says pouring himself a shot of moonshine. Yeah, Braden says those streams were awesome too. You said the two times that I did stream Alabama, they lost in the national championship and lost to Tennessee, and so you're right about that. I feel like I also streamed them versus Texas last year as well. Did I not? And so okay. But it was either Texas or Texas A&M. One of those games I did stream for Bama, and I think it was the Texas A&M game last year. I did stream also for them. So yeah, when they do come up and stuff like that, because you know me, I'm always trying to mix it up, and I do look and say to myself like, okay, I streamed that team like already probably 2 or 3 times. Let me not do them, unless maybe it's a big bowl game and stuff like that. But yeah, so. I'm looking forward to it, though. I'm looking forward to it. That's going to be – I know Bama's going to be up for that game. Texas obviously going to be up for that game. So let's hope it's a good game. Absolutely. And again, we are ready for the second half to get started in this one between LSU and also Florida State. And again, offensive line has to continue to give these guys some time to operate with, which they've done a pretty solid job considering who they're going against. Pretty solid job. Let's see, Brandon says, yeah, they almost lost, LOL. So yes, they almost did. So I guess I'm the piece that keeps them, from it. So who knows? Who knows? Absolutely. All right. And I'll never forget the time that I streamed the Penn State versus the Fight in the Illini game that went to like 7 overtimes. Because I remember I ended up picking that stream at the last second because I had the audible from another game that I was going to stream simply because the channel was extremely difficult to find and I knew a lot of people weren't going to be able to watch it. So I swapped it at the last second, like the day of, to the Penn State versus the Fight in the Illini. And at first it started off slow, but hey, Illinois kept fighting and fighting. Then eventually it was like, okay, we're going to get an overtime. Then it was like, okay, 2 overtimes, 3, 5, 7. Are we going to get an end of game at some point? So that was just one of those times where it was just extremely lucky because I'm pretty sure nobody else, most people was not streaming that game at all. Let's see, Brady says going to charge your phone and be back in a bit. All right, bet. Appreciate the heads up. Brady says that game was crazy. It was. I know Azure Shaq was extremely happy about that. So I know he was because his team came off with a big one, beating Penn State in that one. That was a shocker, a stunner. All right, so to get ready for the second half to go away, and in the second half, I expect the second half to replicate the first half, and for both of these young men at quarterback to go out there and show what they can do. Their teams are going to trust them as they should, and I feel like it's just going to be going back and forth between them two in the second half. Hopefully that means a lot of scoring. I want to see a lot of points here in the second half, and let's see if we can get Lewis to that over. Let's see if we can. But yes, again, the next stream we have will be tomorrow, and that's going to be Clemson versus Duke. After that one, I'll try to set something up for Wednesday. If not, then I'll just post a video on Wednesday to do my pick'ems for the upcoming week 1 of the NFL season. But here we go for LSU kicking the ball off, and so Florida State will get the ball first here in the second half. And let's see what the Seminoles have in store for us here in the second half. All right, so here we go out of the shotgun. All right, shotgun formation here for Florida State from their own 25-yard line here. First play of the third quarter. They take the snap. Jordan, Travis, looking. Jordan has time. He's moving around now. He's still looking. He throws it, and oh, it's not going to be completed thanks to a penalty there, but it's going to be a penalty. And that time, I mean, the offense just had a lot of time to move around, so DB decides pass interference there, prevent the receiver from making a play on the ball. Would have been one heck of a catch if he'd have made that, though. All right, so after the penalty, we got 1st and 10 here. Shotgun formation. They hand it to the back, and the back is stumbling forward for about 8 yards on the play. All right, here we go. 3rd and 2. 2 receivers at the bottom of the screen. And they hand it to the back again, and the back is going to pick up a 1st down. 3 yards on the play. So now a fresh new set of downs here. I really want to see them take a deep shot here and get in that end zone. All right, but the ball right now at the 48-yard line of LSU. Travis up under center. One back in the backfield. Hands it to the back, and the back is going to pick up about 4 yards on the play. Trey Benson with the carry. He's got 6 carries for 22 yards. Second and 7. Shotgun formation. Receiver goes in motion. Quick pass, caught, and he picks up. Let's see if they mark him out at the first down marker. No, they're saying that he's going to be just short. Third down coming up. Let's see, we got 26 votes in right now. Keep the votes coming here. Let me know if you got LSU or Florida State right now. Florida State leading the poll, but LSU leading the game right now. But Florida State is on the move. They are 6 of 9 on third down so far. Let's see if they quarterback keep it here. They did it before and it worked. Let's see if they do it again here. Receiver goes in motion. Quick pass to the receiver. Actually, it's going to be a receiver pass here. He's running. Still running. Throws it. And it's completed to the receiver. So we have a receiver to receiver completion here. Trick play. Wow. I like the guts of the coach on that play to call that. You throw it there to the receiver because it's 3rd and 1. Everybody's thinking something short, something up the middle, and you go against the tendency with a trick play. And, of course, Wilson makes the catch. Here we go, 1st and 10. Five seconds right now on the play clock. Ball at the 22-yard line of LSU. They hand it to the back, and the back is going to pick up about 2 yards on the play. And they are here in the red zone. All right, 2nd and 7. Ball at the 19-yard line of LSU. Under 11 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Takes the snap, gives it to the back, and the back, oh, he's going to lose some yards on the play. That time LSU stuffed it. They stuffed it. Excellent job by the LSU Tigers to get in that backfield here. They're like, if you want to try to run it on us, that's not going to happen. So now, 3rd and 13. All right, so they're going to spread it out here. 5 wide. 4 receivers in the tight end. 5 seconds right now on the play clock. Travis throws it, gets the completion. However, he will be short of that first down marker. That's Wilson with the catch. Picks up 10 yards, but they're 3 yards shy of that first down marker. Lewis says he needs points. He says this does him no good. He needs points. All right, well, let's see if you get a points in the form of a field goal here. 33-yard field goal attempt right now for the Seminoles. Snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So we are all tied up now once again, 17-17. Here in the 3rd quarter with 9 minutes and 19 seconds to go. So when we come back, we'll see LSU's offense for the first time in the 2nd half. Well, Lewis, you said you needed points. Is this what you meant by you needed points? Let's see, Lewis says Illinois at Kansas. And so, now I know Kansas had a tremendous season last year. I mean, it was tremendous for them. All right, again, we are right now currently at the commercial here, but we are all tied up 17-17. So I want to see my man Daniels come out here for LSU. And A, keep lighting it up. Keep lighting it up. And also utilize those legs. You know, go out there, run the ball. Because I feel like last year he was extremely effective at running the ball as well. So I feel like here in the second half, we'll see Daniel start to use his leg a lot more in the second half. He's already got 10 carries for 58 yards. I wouldn't be surprised if he finishes this game with about 18, 19, maybe even 20 carries when it's all said and done. And again, we're currently right now at the commercial. Third quarter, 9 minutes and 19 seconds left to go. And that's right. Next week, Saturday, as I mentioned before, that Texas-Alabama game, that's going to be one that I will be streaming. All right, kickoff team is lined up here for Florida State. Kick is off. And he's going to return it. It's at the 10, 15, brought down at about the 17-yard line. So once again, brought down inside the 20 on the return. All right, so again, the senior, Jaden Daniels. His team tied up 17-17 right now. He's going to do whatever it takes for his squad to come out victorious, or at least put them in position to. So let's see what happens here. Got a 1st and 10, lining up in a shotgun here for LSU from their own 17-yard line. Receiver goes in motion. Takes the snap. He's going to run it. Look at him go. Look at him. Takes on a defender there, says, I will take you on. Takes it all the way to the 31-yard line. I mean, if it ain't broke, I say, why fix it, right? He's got 11 carries for 72 yards so far in this one. And if the defense can't stop it, look out. My man is going to continue to do it. Here we go, 1st and 10, 5 wide. Throws it, gets the completion. And he's going to take it all the way to about that 1st down marker. Let's see where they mark him at. They're saying 2nd down coming up, 2nd and short. And that was Malik Neighbors with a 9-yard catch. 2nd and 1 coming up from the LSU 40-yard line. Again, we're all tied up here with 8 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Takes the snap. Quarterback has it. He throws it to the tight end, and the tight end takes it all the way before he's pushed out of bounds there. And they're going to call a penalty. They're going to call a penalty there. Another penalty against Florida State. Again. He knows, he acknowledges that's on him, but still, you did it. Exactly. His coach is saying you got to think, got to play smart. So now you're continuing to gift them with more yards here. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 here for the LSU offense. Ball at midfield. Hands it to the back. And the back is going to pick up about 4 yards before they blow that whistle. Again, Daniels giving it his all out there. 2nd and 6, 7 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Going to go 5 wide. Takes the snap, quick throw, and he loses about half a yard on the play. That's going to bring up 3rd down. So here on 3rd down, if you get an opportunity while you're moving around to run for that first, I mean, he's just been so effective at it. I mean, 73 yards scrambling here. I wouldn't be surprised if Daniels, if he doesn't see anything quickly, opts to do that. Takes the snap. Looking, throws it. Incomplete. Incomplete. And that's going to bring up 4th down. So the Florida State defense gets the stand. Lewis says, let's go offense, but the offense got stopped. And that time, another drop. The ball was there. Another drop. This time by Lacey. Again, Kyron Lacey right now, he's kicking himself, but that's a play you got to make. You have to make it. All right, so they punt the ball. Fair catch from his own 13-yard line. So now let's see what the Florida State Seminoles will do this time out there. Let's go. Make sure, if you have not already, that you do let us know who you have winning this matchup between LSU and Florida State here. Cast your vote who you have winning this one, because right now we're all tied up 17-17. We're in the 3rd quarter. There's still plenty of football to be played here. I'm seeing a lot of good things on both sides, but only one team can win when it's all said and done. So let's see how this plays out. Let's see how this plays out. I have been frustrated with the amount of drops that I have seen so far on both sides here. But for Florida State, penalties. Like, you cannot continuously make those mistakes there. But ultimately, from both sides there, seeing a lot of positive things right now. These are 2 teams that deservingly are in the top 10 for a reason. And we're all tied up here. And this is a game where you just have to find a way to win. Find a way to win. And I'm so excited because both of these young men at quarterback here, battle tested, they can move, they can throw, and so this is the kind of matchup that you really want to see. Again, we are at the commercial here. And I expect them to ramp it up even more as the game continues to go on. And Lewis is begging for some offense here. He's like, please bring the offense. Let's go. I would like to see like these offenses just the rest of the way, just keep going back and forth here. And again, still right now currently at the commercial. right, so let's see if they can get this offense going here in the second half. They were able to get a field goal since halftime here, but these teams, they want touchdowns here. Let's see who will get the next touchdown. All right, so here we go for the Seminoles, 1st and 10 from their own 13-yard line. Takes the snap, give it to the back, and the back brought down in the backfield. That LSU defense is getting back there. And so LSU, Florida State, they're going to find a way to move this ball perhaps more so through the air because that ground game is just not there right now. LSU's doing a tremendous job of shutting down that run. 2nd and 14. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back on the play there at their own 9-yard line after losing 4 yards on the carry. Travis looking, taking a deep shot, has a man one-on-one, and got the catch. What a big-time play. They say big-time players make big-time plays. It don't get no bigger than that. My man threw the ball up there. Excellent job. Look at that. Purely one-on-one, him versus the corner there. He got the inside position. His quarterback put the ball on the money, and he made that catch. Keon Coleman getting it done when it matters most. But here we go. 1st and 10, ball in midfield. And they're going to hand it to the back. And look at them. All right, so they blew the whistle here. So nice run on the play. He's fired up. Lewis says, whoa. And so Lewis says that's what he wanted. That's what he wanted. So now Florida State looking hungry. Florida State, they want to score. That was Rodney Hill on the carry for 7 yards. Again, Florida State doing a good job of mixing up their backs in the backfield here. 2nd and 3. Tight end goes in motion. They snap it. Quick pass. Makes the catch. Got to make somebody miss. Not going nowhere. That time the defense ready for it. Every time Florida State has tried that quick pass to the receiver on the outside, those corners, they are getting there for the tackle. He even threw an interception like that before. So I like it when he has the time, first of all, to be able to go across the middle about that mid-range or either hit him on that outside deep. So but those short underneath stuff hasn't been there. But here we go, 3rd and 3. They hand it to the back. LSU gets them after a yard. 4th down coming up. So let's see, 4th and 2. What do you guys say? Go for it? I know Lewis wants him to go for it. All right, so we're looking at a 4th and 2 right now. Florida State's offense is still out there. Shotgun formation. I say try to find Coleman deep. Takes the snap. He's bootlegging, throws it to the back, and the back has a lot of space in front of him. And he's got blockers. He's still running, still rumbling, still running. And he is slung down a yard away from the end zone. Phoenix said, go for it. Lewis said, whoa, and he says, go for it too. Look at that. Look at that. On 4th down, you bootleg first of all, and you throw it to the back in which everybody's either coming for you for the blitz to make sure you don't get it. And speaking of get it, excellent job there by Jordan Travis to keep it himself and run it into the end zone there. There you go. Let's see, Phoenix says, you play to win. There it is, you play to win the game. I couldn't have said it better myself. But here we go, Jordan Travis capping it off with a 1-yard run on the play. Let's go. Let's go. So Seminoles get the touchdown here, and Travis was all by himself. When he pulled that ball back, the defense fully committed to the back on that play. They said he was not going to get that, but excellent job there by the offense, getting it done. 7 plays, 87 yards, 3 minutes and 45 seconds in terms of time of possession. That's just what this team is capable of. And so Travis, he's 19 to 26 for 272 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. And he's also got the rushing touchdown now as well. Let's go. If this doesn't fire you up, I don't know what will. I don't know what will if this doesn't fire you up. Here we go in the third quarter with 2 minutes and 42 seconds to go. Seminoles up now 24-17. But LSU, an opportunity to go out there and respond. Let's see how they go out there and try to respond out there. I expect my man, JB Daniels, I keep saying it and I'll say it again. He's going to go out there and he's going to use them legs right now. He's about to go out there, and when you see him in those second and short situations, third and shorts, 5, 6 yards needed, 4 yards, he's going to keep it himself, and he's going to take it, and he's going to do whatever it takes for his squad. And you got to like that about the kid. Got to like that about the kid. Absolutely. But again, we are currently right now at the commercial here, awaiting the rest of this, what has been an amazing game. Has been an amazing game. And so Braden is back after seeing that big play. Braden just couldn't help himself. He's back already. Absolutely. All right, let's see. We've got 29 votes in right now. All right. Florida State is strong on the poll, especially after that play. All right, so I'm excited. Let's see if LSU can tie it back up. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, JB would love to see some JBOT today, but I know we're a little early for that. We're a little early for that chant here, but JB's excited. Let's get it. Again, we are right now at the commercial here after watching Jordan Travis lead his squad down there through the air. And man, he's got 272 yards passing already, and something tells me my man's not done just yet. But I want to continue to see the back and forth, though. Continue to see it. So I want to see Daniels go out there and do what he do. Do what he do. Run it, pass it, run it some more. Lewis says, yes, OT. Lewis is like, you know what? Tonight, I'm with you. He's like, that's one way to go over for sure. We can use some OT. I'm with you. I'm really feeling it tonight. I'm like, why not? You know, Labor Day tomorrow, why not get these two teams in? But I mean, we're in the third quarter there. But I say the rest of the way, keep going back and forth, exchanging touchdowns. I would love to see that. Yeah, but you look at that replay there. He committed to the running back, and I mean, they say commit, and he committed all right, but no way he would have known. No way he would have known. No way. But here we go. So Florida State's up 24-17 here in the third quarter, 2 minutes and 42 seconds to go. Seminoles lined up for the kickoff. Let's see if LSU's going to return this kickoff as well. Kick is up there high. They catches it from the 14. He's at the 20. Brought down at about the 24-yard line, and that's exactly where the LSU Tigers will take over, finding themselves trailing by 7 right now. But Daniels has had a pretty good game as well so far in this one. He's 14 of 26 for 205 yards passing. He's also got 11 carries for 73 yards on the ground as well. And I feel like he's at his best when they let him move around, let him decide to pass or run, continue to run the offense through him, and just give him the green light and say, go out there and win this game for us. So let's see what happens here. But this is where the fun part, I mean, it was already fun, but this is where we take it to a whole nother level. Here we go. 1st and 10 from their own 23-yard line. Daniels looking, sees the pressure, throws it. Gets the catch to his receiver, and that's going to be a first down. Excellent job there by Daniels. He saw the blitz coming from Florida State, but he remained calm, got it to his guy, and got the first down there. Excellent job. And great job by the receiver there, getting separation there against the DB. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 there at their own 31-yard line. Line up in the shotgun. Tight end goes in motion. Daniels takes a snap out of the shotgun. Daniels is running. Daniels tried to stiff on there. He gets brought down there. He's going to lose some yards on the play. And so Florida State got him that time. They got him. And you can see Florida State's bringing a lot of pressure here. That's one way how you contain a quarterback like that. You just continue to come at him with the pressure. But they got 2nd and 14 coming up. Line up in the shotgun. Again, LSU with the football from their own 32-yard line. Takes a snap, gives it to the back, and the back, he's going to get stuffed by that defense there after he picks up a couple yards on the carry. So 3rd down coming up here. What do you do here on 3rd down? Big 3rd down, I might add as well. But this defense is fired up here. This is an opportunity for Florida State. If they can get a stop, they can get the ball back for their offense. From their own 35-yard line. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Receiver goes in motion. Oh, that was movement. That was movement right there. Caused some movement there. And Florida State has had so many penalties tonight. So many penalties tonight. Braden said sack. Ola says you made an offer for Sanders for the Panthers. You offered Harris and Myers. Lewis says go deep. He wants him to go deep. Lewis is saying pass it deep. I'm over here hoping that Daniel scrambles it for like a big 20-yarder or something like that. Put me in the over because I took the over on his rushing stats. So I'm like, scramble here. But if he scrambles into the house, we'll both be happy. All right, Daniels looking, throws it, gets the catch, gets the first down, takes it all the way to about midfield. That time he finds his tight end, Mason Taylor, for 8 yards and a first down. As I said, he's going to do whatever it takes to move this ball. Now we got 8 seconds left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Shotgun formation. 1st and 10, tight end goes in motion. And they do snap the ball. He throws it, has a man all by himself. And he just drops it. There's no other way to put it other than he just dropped it there. And that's how we're going to end the 3rd quarter. I mean, a lot of opportunities have been dropped so far in this one. But other than that, though, it has been a tremendous game. Braden says they did go deep. Well, Lewis, he's right. They did go deep. It's just he didn't make the catch. So thanks to all these drops here, I'm telling you, if I'm Jaden Daniels at this point, like I'm looking to run every chance I get. Anytime they're not sending 6 guys at me, I'm looking to run. So but man. So we are currently at the end of the quarter. Lewis is just like, he's very highly annoyed right now with the outcome of these drops right now. Lewis is not too happy about that. But we've got a whole 4th quarter, and Lewis, for our sake, I'm hoping that we get a lot of points. Lewis needs 16 more points. Yeah, I'm hoping that Jaden Daniel just goes out there, just get it done with his legs, scramble it all the way, make JB happy, make JB's night tonight. And again, we are at the commercial here. But yes, let's see exactly. Because I want LSU to score here and just go out here, tie this up, and just keep going back and forth. I mean, it matters not to me really who wins this game, but just keep going back and forth. But again, fourth quarter will be on the way. Now, third quarter, LSU has not scored since halftime here. So I will point that out. The fourth quarter, this is where the great ones separate themselves. But yeah, me and Lewis both were both like overtime, overtime, overtime. And while we have a second here, let's look at both teams' wide receivers. And so for Florida State, Keon Coleman's got 7 catches for 109 yards receiving, 2 touchdowns. Johnny Wilson has 6 catches for 91 yards as well. Let's see. For LSU, their top targets, they've got Trey Bradford. He's got 1 catch, 55 yards. Malik Neighbors, 5 catches, 46 yards. Brian Thomas Jr., 3 catches, 45 yards. One final quarter remaining to determine this one. Seminoles in the lead, but LSU an opportunity here. Let's see if they can take advantage. For Florida State, though, they also have got to stop with the penalties. Some of these personal fouls is just really just, it's hurting them. Like they have the lead, but you cannot continue to keep this going. But here we go. Daniels looking, throws it. Oh, he threw a pick. He threw a pick. Oh, man, and so he threw a pick. Wow. Wow. How about that? Wow. Like I did not expect that he was going to throw an interception. Like that did not cross my mind. But he threw an interception. Well, so now Florida State's defense. Let's see if they can capitalize off the turnover. Braden says pick. That's right. Seminoles defense got that interception. Let's see what they do with it. An excellent field position to boot right now at the LSU 24-yard line. And so, okay, so they're looking at the replay, and yes, when he caught that ball there, his knee was down. So in terms of where they'll start off with the football, that'll be closer to their own, like, 41-yard line. Braden says he's down. I agree. That's going to be an easy change right there. So we'll see what the Seminoles do here. And Jaden has had a tremendous game there. He just made a mistake. Just made a mistake. All right, so the officials, they discuss. Call reversed. All right. So we'll see the Seminoles take over with the football fresh off that interception. And of course, you know, Jordan's done a tremendous job airing it out. So let's see if he continues to do just that. Lining up in the shotgun. Hands it to the back. And the back, he's rumbling. Gets brought down after a major pickup there. And that's Benson on the carry. He's now got 32 yards on the game. Let's see if they try to feed him again. LSU creeping up. They give it to him again. He still finds room before he gets brought down there after picking up about 5 yards on the carry. So Benson here in the fourth quarter finding holes to work with. They gave him 4 yards on that, so 2nd and 6. They hand it to him again. He's in the backfield here. He's trying to reverse. They get him back there for a loss. That time he was slipping, and they got him back there for a loss. All right, this is going to bring up 3rd down here. Let's see what they do here on 3rd down. Takes the snap. Quarterback's going to keep it himself and run here. And look at the space he has before he goes out of bounds. And so right now, Florida State getting it done on the ground here. Jordan Travis rushed for 12 yards there. He's got 6 carries for 29 yards. All right, so they're about 28 yards away from the end zone here for Florida State Seminoles. Receiver goes in motion, takes a snap out of the shotgun, throws it there to Coleman, and Coleman picks up a nice 6 yards on the play. All right, we got 2nd and 4. 12 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. All right, shotgun here for the Seminoles. Takes a snap. Looking, throws it, gets the catch all the way to the 9-yard line, and that's right. It's Johnny Wilson again. And so Florida State, they're thinking touchdown right now. They really are thinking touchdown here. Now there's an LSU player that's down right now, being checked out by the medical staff. But man, what a game we have, and we're still plenty of time to go here in the fourth quarter. 11 minutes and 41 seconds to go. But that last interception that Florida State had right there, that was huge. And I mean huge right there to have that interception. They can only hope that LSU's defense finds a way somehow to stop this offense. But they are 9 yards away from the end zone. And again, we're currently right now at the commercial here with the Seminoles up 24-17 and 9 yards away from the end zone. This current drive that started next to a defensive turnover, in which now they've got 6 plays, 48 yards on this drive in just over 3 minutes in terms of time possession off the clock. But they are thinking touchdown. And so, Devin, what's good with you? And so, Devin says Jaden limits LSU's offense here. And so, but what's good with you? And yeah, that last interception was extremely, extremely costly. Extremely costly. And now they're going to need the defense to make a play. And I mean, really make a play. And so, Steph, what's good? Steph says, go LSU. All right, so we got LSU coming here. They're live and vocal here. A couple more votes in. Florida State still leading the poll here, but a couple more for LSU. Okay. All right, here we go again. Very critical situation here. Can the defense get a stop? Can the defense get a stop? You say they don't respect the deep ball. You know what? That's a very valid point there. Very valid point. All right, but here we go with Jordan Travis here. He's 21 of 28, 291 yards through the air, 2 touchdowns and a pick. But he's got 10 straight completions here. And the ground game has been as best as it's been all game. Let's see first and goal. Takes a snap here, hands it to the back looking for some room. Up the middle, picks up about 3 yards on the carry. Braden says we got Steph Curry in here. 2nd and 10. Again, 10 minutes and 50 seconds to go here in the fourth. Florida State leading this one 24-17. And the drive that started thanks to an interception, they're trying to cap it off in the end zone. Let's see if LSU can prevent that or if the Seminoles are successful. All right, they're here in a shotgun. 1 receiver, 2 tight ends, a fullback in the backfield. Looking, throws it, and gets the touchdown. And where else you going to go other than the Keon Coleman in the corner of the end zone there for a touchdown, Florida State? That's going to be a 9-yard touchdown pass there. Wow. So now the LSU offense, they're going to have to move. They're going to have to move and get some points. But excellent throw there, and that's a touchdown. Braden says touchdown, Keon Coleman. You say 3 touchdowns. That's right, 3 touchdowns. I mean, he's had himself quite the night right there. Quite the night. Now, we've got just under 11 minutes to go here. So, we've seen it happen plenty of times. We've seen it happen. Let's see if it happens here. All right, and the extra point is good. So 31-17 right now. Let's see how this goes. The LSU's offense, they're going to have to find a way to score here. Going to have to find a way to score here. But, hey, if you believe that LSU still can come back and win this game here, of course, they're just down 2 touchdowns here, and you got about 10 minutes and 18 seconds to work with. If you believe that LSU still can win this game, type LSU in the chat. But Jaden Daniels here, that last turnover, you got to make up for it here. got to make up for it here, and you got to do it because, like, you cannot give them the ball back right now at this stage of the game without you scoring. You got to go out there and score. And then once you go back out there, defense got to get a 3 and out, and then you get back out there. So right now, the plan is still there. It's still there, still very possible, of course, but you have to make it happen here offensively as a unit. No more time for mistakes, no more interceptions, no more turnovers. You got to be poised and do whatever it takes to get it done. And when guys get the ball, hold on to the ball and do not drop the ball when you get an opportunity. All right, again, here in the fourth quarter, here LSU looking for their first point since halftime. They have not scored since halftime. Florida State has scored 17 since halftime, but LSU is going to have to change that here in the fourth quarter if they want to be victorious. Now, I would love to see some overtime. I would love to see overtime personally. Lewis says, yes, let's go. So Lewis is like, okay. It may have taken a little while here, but he's like, we can get there. He's like, we can get there. All right, so here we go. And it's going to be critical, too. The offensive line gives him time here for Jaden Daniels to go out there and make some plays. And he's got to do whatever it takes. All right, so getting ready for the kickoff unit for Florida State to kick things off here in the fourth quarter with 10 minutes and 18 seconds to go. And the Seminoles leading this one 31-17. Kickoff on the way. And there's going to be no return here for LSU. So this time they'll start off on their own 25-yard line. And again, just a reminder that I will be streaming tomorrow the Clemson versus Duke's game tomorrow. I will be streaming that one. All right, so 1st and 10, they're on 25 here. Daniels, he knows that was on him last time out there. Braden says, LSU, please come back. So Braden is hoping for a comeback. You know what, Braden? I'm hoping that they do score a touchdown here. I may have different reasons why, but I'm hoping that they do. All right, here we go from their own 25-yard line. Going to hand it to the back, and oh, man, the running back is going to get brought down in the backfield. Florida State making LSU go the wrong way. This time it's Edmond in the backfield. Braden says stuffed. Yeah, guys are getting off the edge here. Yeah. All right, so here we go. Shotgun here for LSU, 2nd and 15. Got to make a play happen. Takes a snap. He's running. And they bring him down here for the sack. So Florida State just getting tremendous pressure time and time again. And so, yeah, this guy, he must have did the same thing I did. He took the over on the rushing total, and he's not happy about that at all. Nor am I. All right, so here we go. 3rd and 22 here for LSU. Throws it. gets the catch. He's got some work to do if he's going to get to that first down marker, in which, no, he gets to the 20-yard line here. Offense does not get the first down. It was just too far to go, and they're going to end up having to punt that ball with a 4th and 14 coming up. So it's amazing how one interception just completely changed this game here, because now it's like, man, they punt the ball, 8 minutes, 20 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Whew, unless we're about to see something really interesting happen. Punt's on the way. All right, LSU picks it up here. Not a great punt by any means. But here in the fourth quarter with 8 minutes and a second to go here in the game. And so right now, Florida State up 31-17. Expect for them to turn to the ground game a lot more here moving forward. If you're LSU, you got to have that 3 and out. Got to have it. And again, we are currently right now at the commercial here. Talk about a tale of two different teams, because offensively in the first half, they were getting it done. But second half for LSU, offense just major letdown in the second half. Listen, Lewis says, dang, Florida State going to run down the clock. And so we both know it, Lewis. We both know it here. So we both know the inevitable is about to happen. The good news is that when LSU knows that Florida State's about to run the ball, they typically do a decent job of, well, pretty good job of containing them. So hopefully that defensive line will be able to get a 3 and out. But yeah, they're going for the clock, Lewis, and we know it. They're going for the clock. All right, so here we go, getting back to the action here. And again, Florida State up by 2 touchdowns right now. And now they have the football. 8 minutes to go here in the fourth. And as you can see, these people, they're ready to party down there. And so this drive right here is going to certainly try to chew off as much time as possible here in this one. Again, they mentioned that second half outscoring LSU 17-0. They hand it to the back, and the back still moving forward. How many guys does it take to bring one man down? That's the question. And that was Benson on the carry. All right, so we got 1st and 10. And again, they're going to take their time here, take off as much time as possible. Jordan throws it incomplete. That time he pulled it back there. So we got 2nd and 10. And so Jordan's looking, throws it. Oh man, a guy all by himself into the end zone for a touchdown, Florida State. And so, oh man, look at that. Wow, Braden says touchdown, that's game. Lewis, how you feeling about that one? Just when I assumed that they would just run the clock, they opt to go for the touchdown, and quite frankly, LSU was all in on the run and made it look easy. He was all by himself. Wow. Braden says Lewis 2 points away. Well, I tell you what, that gave me the over on Jordan Travis passing right there, so I'm happy about that. Extra point is good. Now all I need from Jaden Daniels, for me personally, is for him to rush for about 23 yards on the ground and not get sacked after that. If he can just run 23 yards and Florida State does not run Trey Benson the rest of the night, JB will be happy. So I just need Jaden Daniels to go out there and just scramble. Lewis says LSU would run the hurry up offense, and so yeah, I need him to scramble for about 25 yards and then pass it maybe another 6 times as well. I just need the attempts. That's it. And tell Florida State Trey Benson is done for the rest of the game because he's literally like a yard or two from the from going over, and I don't need that from him. So since they're down 38-17 right now with 7 minutes to go in the fourth, Lewis says it's going to be close, Braden. Oh, is it going to be close? All right, and again, 7 minutes remaining here. And Jordan Travis, what a game. 23 of 31 for 342 yards, 4 passing touchdowns. He did have that one interception he threw early on that I really didn't like. But other than that, he has been tremendous. Tremendous. He's also got 6 carries for 30 yards and a rushing touchdown as well. You look at Jaden Daniels, 17 of 31, 234 yards passing, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception. He's also got 13 carries for 62 yards in this one. And again, still right now at the commercial here, and LSU still looking to get their first points of the second half. All right, so we've got the kickoff unit right now for Florida State once again out there as they lead 38-17. Kickoff on the way. LSU gets it from their own 2-yard line. And he's going to get brought down to about the 14-yard line. And that is where LSU will take over offensively with under 7 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter, in which they are down 38-17. I wonder how high would this elevate Florida State in the rankings, although it's extremely early right now, extremely early. Difference in total yards in the second half, Florida State 246, LSU 52. Jaden looking, Jaden throws, Jaden gets the completion, his guy is running before he goes out of bounds at about the 38-yard line. That was Malik Neighbors with the catch. Daniels hurrying everybody up here. Let's see. O says time to run the clock. Phoenix says calling it a night later. JB Nation. Yeah, appreciate you, Phoenix. Take care. Have a good night. And we'll see you next time. Throws it, gets the completion, goes out of bounds. Ball at about the 49-yard line. Six minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. Line up in a shotgun. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Daniels looking. Daniels in the pocket. Daniels breaks away. Daniels, he's going to run. He's going to pick up that first down marker. All right, I need 3 more pass attempts from Jaden Daniels at the very least. He's looking, throws, incomplete. Let's see, Braden says, good night, Phoenix. Yeah, good night to you. Yeah, Brian Kelly not pleased with this second performance at all. Five minutes and 53 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter with Florida State up 38-17. LSU with the football here. Takes a snap from their own 46-yard line. Daniels, he's going to run. He's going to get brought down here. Maybe picked up a yard on the play. Braden says, this is kind of the South Carolina versus North Carolina game from last night. Lewis says, wish the game was close so they would go for a field goal. Throws it, gets the catch. And yeah, he's not going anywhere no time soon. All right, so it's fourth down here. Gotta go for it. Brian Kelly, unamused. See if they can convert here on 4th and 4. I just need 1 more pass attempt. If you're going to run, you better get the first down. If not, throw the ball. Looking, throws it, gets the completion. Oh, but he is not going to get the first down, though. And that's Lacey with the catch. So this game, 38-17 right now. All right, as long as they don't have Benson in. But I'm hoping for a 3 and out. All right, shotgun. Hands it to the back, and the back is going to run. And he's going to pick up some nice yards on the play. Second down coming up here, about 3 yards away from that first down marker. Again, let's keep Benson out of this game. There's no need to put him back in. Now, I do see a flag out there. And so LSU's probably taking exception here to how things are turning out here. But we got a face mask call there against LSU. So that's going to gift them with a first down. All right, so after that, shotgun formation again. Hands it to the back, and the back, the 30, the 20, runs somebody over, sidestepping there, goes out of bounds at the 15-yard line. He's fired up. He's like, run me some more, coach. Lewis is like me and you both. It's like we swapped. It's like, okay, let him punch it in then. Let him punch it in. And then in my case, it's like, all right, LSU, I don't know how, but Daniels, I need you to scramble for like 22 yards. All right, let's see what Florida State does here in the red zone here. Feeding Rodney Hill in the backfield. Gives it on the end around here to the receiver, who picks up a yard before being ushered out of bounds. But how high do you guys think Florida State's going to jump after a performance like this? I can see them swapping with LSU up there. 2nd and 9. Feeds it to the running back. They're going to blow the whistle. 3rd down coming up. Braden says, hope they score for you, Lewis. And so, Braden, I appreciate all the support for Lewis, but what about JB up here? No support for JB? Let's see, Braden says they'll be number 4. All right, 3rd and 6. And so Jordan's looking. He's going to run. Oh, man, takes on two defensive players. They really want to get in that end zone. Let's see, Braden says Ohio State will fall to 5. And so, I mean, that's fine. You know, that's fine. Let's see, Lewis says, I hope they get it, too, because they'll go for it on 4th down. Look, all I need is for them to just keep Benson out and stuff like that. That'll at least get me my smaller one. Don't put Benson in the game in the backfield right now because LSU's not really trying. All right, here we go. 1st and goal. Gives it to the guy on the end around, and he's going to get the touchdown. Oh, ran somebody over in the process. That's just disrespectful. That's just disrespectful. And so Bell rung his bell. Touchdown, Florida State. Wow. Wow, guys. I mean, Florida State, They sent a message in the second half. Braden says, touchdown. There you go, Lewis. And so, all right, so now can we focus on JB now, Braden? Again, 6 plays, 54 yards, 3 minutes and 21 seconds off the clock. And so, wow. Braden says Florida State has owned the second half. It all started with that interception by Daniels. LSU was not able to recover from that. That's how it all started. A minute 26 left to go. Braden says, what do you need to happen? Well, Braden, all I need right now is for Jaden Daniels to go out there and scramble for, that's going to be, yeah, just go out there and scramble for 20 yards and don't get sacked after that. If Jaden Daniels can scramble for 20 yards, everybody's going to be back deep. So just take off and scramble, pick up 20, 22 yards, whatever it is. That's what JB needs right now. All right, no return. Now, why would he do that? I have no idea, but that's what I need. That'll help me out. I don't even know if they'll put him back out there down 45-17. Again, outscored LSU 31-0 in the second half. Florida State sent a message. And they are fired up. Lewis says, you did not expect Florida State to stop to run up the score? And so, me neither. Oh, he passed the ball. Why would he do that? Oh, nice play. Nice play. Nice play. Somebody get him so JB can still get. Oh, JB's not going to get that. JB's not going to get that. Oh, boy, this puts JB's team in danger now. This puts JB team in danger now. Lewis says, let's go, JB, your turn. Braden says, huge play, touchdown. It is a huge play. JB's not going to deny it. Lewis says 10-2 on the channel. Let's keep it going. All right, so for my smaller one, at the very least, like worst case scenario, I cannot have Trey Benson get another carry and get another yard. I just can't. So I need them to continue to keep riding the other running back. Because I got 2 separate ones I'm looking at. Extra point is good. So that'll make, 45-24 right now. I was really hoping my man would have just scrambled it, though, for me. Let's see. Braden says, nice, Lewis. Yeah, Lewis is cashing it in. He is cashing it in. A minute, 15 seconds left to go here in the fourth. He's just so much barely for going over 56. All right, so much for the chance at the onside kick. All right, just don't bring out Benson. Don't bring out Benson. But this game has had its fair share of big plays, no doubt about that. But Lewis will be able to sleep well at night knowing that he indeed got the over. I think Lewis prefers it though when you take the under and like both teams don't score, so it's just easier the entire way through. This one was a little bit nerve wracking here, but hey, at the end of the day, it worked out. All right, so it looks like they're going to come out in victory formation here. All right, victory formation. So okay, okay. All right, well, that is going to be a wrap. So I'm going to go ahead and end the poll here. And appreciate you guys. Let's see. Lewis says, what game is next on the stream, JB? So, Lewis, tomorrow night will be Clemson versus Duke. So, another college football game. So, I will be streaming that. So, I'll be streaming Monday night. And then after that, I'll set up my live streams for the NFL on Thursday, between the Chiefs and the Lions. But the next stream will be on Monday, and it's going to be Clemson versus Duke. And so I already know I'm going to be rooting for Duke for the upset in that matchup. Braden says, great stream, JB, and good night. Appreciate that, and appreciate you guys for coming through. It was a great game, especially in the first half. Second half got a little one-sided there towards the end. Florida State came out, took care of business. Shout out to them. They went out there and did it again. And so Florida State Seminoles with a big win. And, hey, let's see how this season plays out. Lewis says, good night, Braden. Braden says, good night, Lewis. Lewis says, till next time, JB, thank you for all the good work. And so, thank you. And share the magic next time in terms of who you got for the over, under, and stuff like that. Let us know. Keep us informed. We like making money, too. But, yeah, you guys take care. I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up over here on this end and make sure you guys enjoy it. Regardless whether you have work off tomorrow or not, just make sure you enjoy it. Take care, and hopefully see you guys